Good morning and welcome to this Kawa react or something. I don't know, whatever you call this. I still don't know what to call this section. But anyway, welcome to today's stream. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of a react video. Yeah, imagine me doing react video. No way, bro. I usually don't do react video, but like I don't know, man. I just want to watch this video as soon as possible. So like, So anyway, today we are going to be react to the Genshin live stream for version 5.6. I have heard some good things about it. I think there are also some bad stuff about it, but I'm not sure because I try to avoid from all the spoilers and stuff. Yeah, that's why we are doing the reaction stream right now, because I really want to watch this the live stream. Yeah, originally we are supposed to be doing Stario's event today, but yeah, postpone that for next time. So yeah, we chill some other times. Today we're going to be doing a short review for the live stream, and then after that I want to also check out the new not Krai Behind The Scene video that they just released like yesterday or 2 days ago, I think. I don't know. It's very recently. That's all I know about the video, and I did see like there's quite a lot of comments talking about how the reviews is very surprising and all that. So I have good hope on that. So yeah. Anyway, by the way, though, did you guys miss my little hole? I haven't came back to this hole for quite a while now. Alright, anyway, without further ado, let's move on with the react content. Oh, if after we are done with all this review and stuff, you guys still want to chat or something, then we can move on to like a short chat session for like 1 hour or something. I don't know, it depends. But if just like usual, you guys just prefer to lurk, then I'm just going to end it right there, okay? Yeah, just saying first beforehand. So yeah, anyway. Let me get rid of this shit. Yeah, we don't need this. Okay, let's move to the scene. Hang on, Oh yeah, I forgot to capture the background. Okay, wait. Okay. Okay, do this and then okay, wait. Okay. So yeah, react time. Oh, where's my music? Okay, stop this. You know, I'm actually not sure about my OBS resolution setting, but I hope that 1080p is actually captured as 1080p on the stream. So wait, Japan is? Hang on. Wait, this is the English version, right?
Mean she doesn't work there anymore?
Oh. Wait. Does this has anything to do with the recent, you know, the Paimon VA controversy that has been going on? Wait, I remember last time the VA, no, not the VA. I mean like during the version 5.5, I think the live stream they still use English for the cutscene though. Wait. Oh, was it? Alright, I don't know why, but that was a little bit yeah, that was a little bit funny for what had happened with the whole VA situation. If you guys know what I'm talking about, then yeah, I don't know, man. This might be funny to you, but alright, that kind of caught me by surprise. But anyway, So, Japanese boys. Okay, okay. Wind Bloom. Oh, we're going back to Wind Bloom. Alright.
どう？よかったでしょ？旅人、いらっしゃい。シバルマラン AA ランドファミリーに加わる準備はできた？グルメ系 AA に出てくるみたいな。
Wow, we're going. Oh, where the planes are.
両選手、準備ができたようですね。
Oh, it's the new girl.
それでは、ホテル
was that
グロ
again?
ール特別料理対決開始。
Escanor. Escoffier.
カトラリーの準備も完了。
Escoffier, yeah, Escoffier. Is that how you pronounce the name? Oh, she uses spear.
冷凍の時間よ。
Wait, is that a tail? Wait. Oh, she has a tail. Oh, by the way, nice shot.
とにかくそこのレストランからナタ産の野菜を至急調達したいと依頼を受けて僕とイファが来ることになったんだ。俺は付き添いでな。
Ifa. Oh yeah, right. Ifa is also going to be playable, right? I heard that people saying that Ifa is going to be like a 4-star version or maybe even better version of Mizuki. Is that actually true?
月始めの3日間、飛行物を連れて外出してはいけないらしい。
参ったな。
Wow.
ここは昔
That's a lot of
レムリ
casts
ア時代に建てられた公衆
appearing though.
浴場で、確かモデストの秘典に書いてあったような気
Wait,
が
what
す
is
る
this?
わ。
真の偉大なる
This looks like a part of Fontaine.
蛮族オル
It
メ
is.
よ。
古竜の時代の謎の遺物。それに
Just want to point out that every time when I'm looking at this kind of structured boss, you know, like a boss that has all of this aesthetic, like they come from the ancient civilization ruins or whatever, and then there's like a ball inside of it, and then there's also like some floating sigil around them. Every time when I see these kind of enemies, I'm scared and I hate them. The mechanics I do not like at all. Every time when they introduce a bosses or enemies that has this kind of aesthetic, I do not like them because fuck the mechanics, pain in the ass. But yeah, anyway.
俺がフォンテーヌに来た理由を合わせて考えれば、例の密輸事件の捜査を逃れたものかもしれない。
Did he come to Fontaine?
母の黄金レインドットさ。彼女が僕をモンドに向かわせた
Wow,
時、
it's been a very long time. Hi, Albedo.
世界の真相を探せというね。
The truth of the world.
なんで街の中
Hey,
に守
wait, wait, wait. Are we touching on the dragon spine lore
状況
this
が
time?
ひどいみたい。
Wait, shit is actually happening in Mondstadt? Oh, the two brother.
セピロス騎士団
I
調
missed
査
that
小
too.
隊隊長アルベド。
Huh?
何をしたんだ？
Albedo's on the trial?
殺人事件？ホムンクルスが暴走して理性を失い、他者
What is? Wait, new people? Judging from the aesthetic, this is Fatui people? Wait, I don't remember there's any Fatui Harbinger that look like this though. Is this like the vice captain of any of the faction?
を傷つけ
Are
る
they going to
狂気
explain?
的な
Are they
行
going
動
to
に
explain?
走る。
魔女会と正式な会談を行うことを願ってるんだ。
あら、そんな勇気のある子がまだモンドに。
Wow, big Dodoko! Wait, what a chessboard? Oh shit. Wait, I can't play chess though.
人は世界の本質を知る。なら盤面が逆さになったら
Wait, the sound of that. Is this the witches? That sound like Alice and the Mona's master?
どうしてこん
Wait,
な
seriously, what's going on?
ピレットが襲撃にあって
これはレムリアが戦争のために用意した薬物なのよ。人体研究という
Drug
課題を
by
諦めたことは一度もない。モンドの法律にのっとり被告人アルベドを殺人および死体遺棄で有罪とする。
今も近くから聞こえるよ。
お、なんだ、バルバトスか？
ファルカ？
Varka? Wait, Varka is coming? Wait, Varka is coming? Holy shit! Wait, also look at that mountain. Look at that mountain. Yeah, we are really going back to the Dragon Spine, huh? Either that or like, are we going to get like another expansion somewhere that has something to do with Dragon Spine? Like, I don't know, maybe another island that's also like covered in snow or something? Shit, man, what's going on? I've seen so many lore drop just from that one trailer alone. Holy shit, man. I'm liking what I'm seeing though. Yeah, so far we are only 4 minutes in. Like, this is already great. Wait, this is actually so much better than I thought. Like, I thought for sure that this is going to be like a filler patch or something. Like, I mean, someone did told me last time when I asked that this is going to have a lot of lore drop, but like, I'm not expecting this much. What the? Paralogism. By the way, what does paralogism means? Oh, hi Leon, you should really play Genshin again. Wait for the next version. Yeah, wait for the next version. Right now, there's nothing much going on. So unless you want all of those extra primo gems you can get from the event, don't come back yet. Wait for the next version. I mean, the next version just from this trailer alone looks very great. Like, already feeling so much better than the current version that we are having. By the way, hi Nord Eliana. Welcome to the stream.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Genshin Impact version 5.6 special program.
Yay, welcome,
I'm Jane
yay.
Jackson, the voice of Ressa, and I have two awesome co-hosts with me today.
Jackson.
Why don't you introduce yourselves?
What up, my dudes? My name is Johnny LaQuasto, and I'm the voice of Aoife.
Hey, your turn.
Hello
That's cute.
everyone, my name is Emily Cass and I voice Escoffier. I'm so excited to be here.
And I am so
Oh my
excited to be
God,
hosting
she
alongside you
sounds
two
so
today.
British.
Oh, by the way, Emily, I have to say, the way your chibi's tail moves around is so cool.
Oh, actually, it's not a tail. It's a self-adapting movement signal tracking support mech.
Yeah,
It's a
sure,
piece of tech,
that's not a tail,
basically.
yeah,
It
sure.
helps Escoffier in the kitchen and in combat. It's one of her essential utensils.
But it looks so much like a tail.
Yeah, a lot of people think that. And considering how it looks, people even call Escoffier a demon
Oh
chef.
my God, the British accent
okay,
is so
that
strong.
seems a little extreme.
Yeah, I'd say
I wish
so
I could
too.
speak like a
but
British.
honestly, I don't know much
just
about
for the fun.
Escoffier. Can you tell us more about her, Emily?
Absolutely. Let's take a look
I
at
haven't
her
played in a
profile.
few years at this point, so there's a lot of content you miss.
Escoffier
Yeah,
used
don't
to
worry
be
about
the head
it.
chef at
There's,
the Hotel de
um,
Bourg.
Oh, cool.
The
It's fine
hotel
to
is
miss out
famous
on
for
the
the
content.
extremely popular and exclusive Gâteau de Bourg.
Wow, exclusive?
If you get too obsessive with the
Yeah, only a
content, then
limited amount
that's
of
the time where you
slices are available per
should start
day.
feel worried, you know.
Escoffier is a master
gacha
of
game
precision
after all.
gastronomy, which means she approaches cooking as a science. She even develops
You know,
advanced
I still don't
methods
know
of
how
using her
people
cooking
actually
process.
like manage to
Wow,
slice
that's some
ice.
dedication to her craft.
Of course.
Can you
In
imagine
Escoffier's
someone actually
kitchen,
slice
no
ice
dish
just
is ready
using
to be
bare hand?
served until it has her
No,
stamp of approval.
bare hand holding
and when
a
she
knife.
likes something, she gets completely lost in the flavors. It looks almost like she's in heaven.
Only in anime.
That sounds incredible, but what if she doesn't like it?
Oh,
Okay, wait,
then she'd probably
All spectrum multi-use cooking Mac? Wait, you mean that's a fucking Mac? Self-adapting movement signal tracking support Mac? That's the fucking Mac? Aren't Mac those machines that we have been fighting as an enemy all this time, Fontaine? What? You are equipping with Mac as your weapon? Alright, that's kind of cool actually.
probably say something like,
You thought cream of mushroom soup was ready to serve after 3.5 minutes on the stove. You'd have had more sense serving hot water with ice cubes. At least then you wouldn't have wasted all this perfectly good cream and mushroom.
wow.
Intense.
I promise.
Wait,
Escoffier
what's
is
wrong with
actually
serving
very
cream
well
mushroom
mannered
in
most
under
of
3
the
minutes and a
time.
half?
But when it comes to
All you
food,
need to do is just heat
she
it, isn't
couldn't be
it?
more strict. It's all for good reason, though. Escoffier believes her mission as a chef is to make haute cuisine accessible to all. So she's not just strict on other people, she demands perfection from herself too. Because
Wait.
that's the only way to make her dream a reality.
Oh,
Draw it
is
when you
that
was
why she
grinding
develops
for
all those
endgame
cooking
items,
mecha?
but you could
That's
do only a
right.
few
With their help,
dungeons a
even
day.
people who
Oh,
are
you mean the
short on time
domains?
or cooking
So it takes
skills
like
can
2
be
weeks to get a
capable of
single
making
piece
a
you was
good
happy
meal.
with.
Ha, okay. That feels like a
Understandable.
personal call out.
Very much understandable. That's
but
why
seriously, though,
it's very
I'm telling you,
grindy,
I could
and
use something exactly like that.
I always say that the
Same
gacha game is
here.
not very
Emily,
a very
you
good
said
game design
Escoffier
because like they
used to
really
be the
want you
head
to
chef
just
at the
play every
Hotel
day.
Tabor. Does that mean she doesn't work there anymore?
Yeah, that's right. She even had to spend time in the Fortress of Meripede.
The Fortress of
But if you
Meripede?
actually feel like you want
What
to dedicate
happened?
your time to the
We
game,
can't divulge the details
just
right
every
now,
day
but
log
all
in
be
and then like
revealed in
you
Escoffier's
spend
story
all
quest.
of your res
Treasured
engines on
above all.
the
So be sure to check it
domains
out if you're
to
interested,
get like either
travellers.
the talents
You'll also
content
be
or the
rewarded with
no the
extra ascension
talents or
materials for
the
Escoffier.
and
the
artifacts.
travellers will get to
I feel
take
like that's
part
already
in a
good enough.
one-of-a-kind culinary
Like,
showdown in this quest.
You don't
Not
need to
only
spend
will
too much
travellers get
time
to
if you
experience
actually don't feel
Escoffier's
like you want
mentorship
to.
firsthand,
That's the good part
but
about it,
special
I think.
guests will also make an appearance.
Special guest.
guest. Nice. Huh. Okay, I see blubber beasts
Oh,
and
these are
romaritime
special
flowers.
guests?
Wait, do we have to cook 4 blubber beasts using romaritime
Basically,
flowers?
Mac is the same meaning as
That's not
mecha
much to work
actually.
with.
All I can say is,
I don't know,
trust
because, like,
in Escoffier.
The mech
She
that
can
we
work
have seen in the game
wonders.
so far,
Oh,
they are all
I'm
enemies,
definitely a
and I
believer.
really don't like the sight of them.
Okay, so we know what she can do in the kitchen, but what about on the battlefield?
Right, let's get
Black
into
Desert
it.
Online is grindy. Genshin just wants to pay you into paying real money to
Escoffier
speed
wields
it
a
up.
cryovision and is a
But
powerful addition to
that's the
freeze
point.
focused
You
teams.
don't need to spend
Which
the
brings us
money.
to one
All
of
you need
her
to do is
tasks.
just
When
spend your time
Escoffier's
to log in like
elemental
every day,
skill
and
or
that's all.
elemental burst hits
Like,
an enemy, she can
yeah,
reduce
okay.
their
The point about gacha game is that you can use money to speed up your progress, but you don't do that. You don't need to do that. All you need to do is just like you log in daily and then you spend like that. That's the limited amount that you can spend for the day, and then you are done. Like the way they are designing it is so that yeah, one, they are trying to bait you into like spending money, yeah, that's for sure. But if you don't want to do that, then the game is just a side something that you can do in your daily life that doesn't cost too much of your time. And in that aspect, I think that the limitation is actually quite well done. Though I don't really like it, but I do understand where they are coming from. So I won't say that the system is that bad. I mean, the grindy aspect is very bad, but the system itself, like the design mindset, as in wanting you to not spend too much time in the game so that you don't get too attached to it, that part, I do think it matters. But I wish they increase the rate, as in the when you farm for the materials or the artifact, you can get more reward. That's all I ever ask for, because like at this point, there can be times where you like spend 4 years just farming on the same artifact domain and you will never get any good pieces, and it's actually normal. Like that can actually be normal, and that is not good. So yeah, I wish they can improve in the artifact system somehow. Also, the special elixir thingy for crafting artifact is actually a scam. I tried it, and apparently for every version you can only craft like 1 piece for 1 specific set, and that's all. So you can't repeatedly do it. So that's why they are limiting the special elixir thingy. Like the way to obtain this special elixir is so damn less. When I noticed that you can only craft 1 piece of a single set, I am so disappointed. But at that time, it also clicked with me that the reason why we are unable to obtain like too much of elixir thingy is because they don't want to allow you to like craft too much. Like it just clicked. like I kind of understand why they make it so that the income rate for it is like so less. Like you can only pay money, or like you need to do some exploration to get just like 1 or 2 of them. But ultimately, you know, that also means the whole design of like having the ability to craft an artifacts piece of your liking is not actually achievable. That whole system is just a scam. Yeah, I'm kind of waiting to see like in the future whether they have the willingness to like improve that system for crafting your your artifact that you want with the specified main states, or the main stats and the substats. You know, like if that is actually eased in the future version, then yeah, that system will actually be very good going on into the future. So yeah, anyway, sorry, just want to yap about that for a real quick.
Resistance to hydro and cryo damage.
You'd rather be able to just endlessly grind for hours until you get the piece you like.
Greater the reduction.
Yeah, but you also need to understand one thing, because like this is a game made in China.
But the resistance reduction still takes effect.
One thing about game made in China is that you also need to take into account that the country doesn't have like they have this limitation of time for when your kids are allowed to play games. Not just kids, I think. I mean, I say kid, but this game is actually not for kids. I think they had a limitation for people that are less than specific age, which is probably the minors, like less than 18. So like, if you are less than 18 years old, then when you are playing games, you need to like you need to be under your parents' supervision or something. So there's only a very limited time of like 1 hour or 2 hours for gameplay like every day. So this system does kind of help for them. I mean, like I can understand why they limit it, even though I don't like it. But you need to understand that this is a game made in China, so they do need to put their own laws and regulation into the top priority when it comes to the design. So yeah, even though I hate it, I can see why they are doing this, and I guess we just have to like accept it, I guess. I don't know, man, because like even if they are to just make it so that you know, even if they are to make it so that there's no restriction in the resins and like letting it overflow and all of that, it actually still doesn't really affect much. Like it's still kind of in compliance with the law that they have over their countries, because like all you need to do is just have the parent having like stricter supervision on the kids, and that's all. But yeah, I don't know, man. I really feel like they should at least raise the limitation, because like 5 condensed resins as a cap is too less. At least raise it to like 10 or something. 10 or 15. I would say 10 or 15. You give me 10, that's like the bare minimum. But like if you want to give me more, I would say like raise it to like 15 or like 20. Yeah, somewhere around there for the maximum condensed resin that you can hold in your inventory. Yeah, make this cap of 5 increase. That's all I ask for. And also let the resin overflow. That's all. Really, that's all. As long as they make these changes, I am happy. I am a very happy man. You too, should you be worried? Yeah, you should be worried, because if you are two, you are not supposed to even be here. Internet is not a place for two. I know you're very much joking. But yeah, if you are two, you should really be worrying for actually getting into contact with the game. Ugh. Alright, Amazon. Okay, cat ears again, fine.
Yeah, that's really important. As long as her elemental skill or burst hits an enemy, the reduction takes effect. The enemy doesn't need to be frozen. That means the talent works on bosses and other unfreezable enemies.
Wait. Sorry, wait. Just when I was yapping all of this time, they're kind of explaining the key, right? Have I missed something very important? I feel like I've skipped a lot of things. What do you mean that you don't need to be frozen? The fuck?
The more Hydro and Cryo characters in the party, the greater the reduction.
Okay, so it looks like the enemies here aren't actually frozen, but the resistance reduction still takes effect.
Yeah.
Wait. Resistance reduction? You don't need to be frozen to trigger some resistance reduction? Wait, hang on. What resistance reduction is this for? Hang on.
Yeah, that's really
The greater the
important.
number of
As long as her
Hydro and
elemental
Cryo
skill or
character
burst
in the
hits
party,
an
the
enemy,
greater the resistance
the reduction
reduction.
takes effect. The enemy doesn't need to be frozen. That means the talent works on bosses and other unfreezable enemies.
Wow, so it seems like any character that deals Hydro or Cryo damage can benefit from that talent.
Oh, so only Hydro and Cryo characters will get this resistance strat thing. Oh, so this is actually very great for Freeze team. Or is it? Wait, is that how it works? You don't need to be freeze to get the resistance strat. So like, does that mean the triggering condition is actually to freeze an enemy? But because bosses cannot be frozen, so as long as the freeze reaction is triggered, you're going to get the resistance strat debuff on the enemy, something like that. So this is still like a freeze team composition. In that case, then Ayaka is going to get a very great buff then. That's very nice.
I can definitely see her being a powerful support in Freeze team.
It's true, but Scoffier's not just a support. She can dish out damage as well. With an actual dish.
No way.
Yeah, and when Escoffier unleashes her elemental skill, she summons a cooking mech to the field that follows the active character and periodically fires projectiles at nearby enemies.
I told you guys, a mech as a weapon. It's a freaking weapon. You thought it's used for cooking? Nah, it's for cooking. Yeah, sure. Cooking the enemies, alright. Yeah, sure. Peak design right there. Mamma mia. Basically, they receive more cryo damage.
Dealing cryo damage. So with her ability to shred resistance, she basically buffs her own damage. In addition, her elemental burst restores HP to the entire party.
You know what?
Incredible. Okay, so she can
think
buff
my
the
PC
party,
cannot
dish
handle
out
having
damage, and
the
heal.
video in HD, so we're dropping to 7.2 OP. Sorry,
Sounds
guys.
like she's pretty versatile.
Yeah, and thanks to a different talent, she has another ability that really showcases her skills as a chef.
Ooh.
If you hold her elemental skill, the cooking mech she summons can absorb elemental energy and convert it into a delicious dish.
Joto! You can really literally use it for cooking? Why? Wait, please don't tell me this is actually an exclusive food. Like only through this method you can obtain this food. Is it actually a good food then?
Whoa, I've never seen a talent like that before.
Okay, so you don't even have to prepare the ingredients yourself? Bro, that's awesome.
Yeah, and plus she can produce several
You don't
kinds
need
of dishes
material for
way.
this?
Well, that will be so fun to.
There's 5-star? Another new 5-star cooking? This is like what, the third? I think this is like the third 5-star cooking that we have ever seen in the game so far. Escoffier inspired creation. What the fuck? Why though? I mean, I like the idea, but like, why though? I don't know. Wait, hang on. Do I like the idea that a food is locked behind a certain character? I mean, we always had the specialized dish, alright, but the specialized dish for the characters are kind of different case because like you have your original recipe and then you need the character in order to cook that specialized cooking. But this time we have more than one food that can be produced without any material, but it's locked behind one character called as this as coffee guy. As coffee. I don't know how to read her name. But
to
like,
check out in game.
I don't
Totally.
know, man.
So
Is
take
this a
note
good
of
idea?
this next piece of news, travelers. In the first half of version 5.6,
we're
we'll
getting
have event
Navia.
wishes for
Alright.
Escoffier and Navia.
I don't
A
need
new
Navia, but
5-star
alright.
polearm, Symphonist of Sense, will be featured on the weapon banner. Our new 4-star character Aoife will also enjoy a drop rate boost on the first half banners.
Okay,
Aoife,
nice.
No way, bro.
I think that's my line, but I couldn't have
Alright,
said it better
good to know
myself.
that IFA is also available in the
And
same
another
banner
bit
as a
of really
Scorpio.
exciting news is that travelers will get to spend more time with these two in the
One
new
from
version.
DJ, one
Wait,
from Natlan Reputation
who are you
Quest,
talking
and
about?
this one's
Okay,
the third.
take a look at this clip and you'll see.
It's good to see that they are trying to put in effort into 5-star
Holy
food.
servants, behold, the almighty
Like,
dragon
it's been 4 years, you know, so it's a good thing to see that they are slowly adding more and more 5-star food in the game.
Does no one ask for the
But
autograph of the almighty dragon lord?
I don't know, man.
Wow.
There's just something about locking the third one, like literally the third 5-star food behind one character, which is a 5-star character.
How dare you?
I don't know, man.
You
I'm not sure about the idea of that. I mean, I don't really mind about the food, so personally, it doesn't really affect me too much.
Seriously?
It's just that-
Seriously? Do you even
I
hear
don't know,
yourself,
man.
bro? Darn it. Oh, wow. No way, bro. Do you even hear yourself, bro? You're hopeless.
What is this, by the
The
way?
almighty dragon lord, Kawa! His wisdom is wasted on you. No way, bro. See you later. Huh? Ah!
What's that?
Oh, you meant Kukuku and a how. Wow, I feel like those two could argue forever.
Dude, you don't know the half of it.
Hang in there, bro.
You too, huh? Man, this bro thing is really taking off.
Well, Kukuku is just that infectious. So, travelers met Aoife in the previous version, but since we now have the chance to add him to our parties, want to give us a formal introduction, Johnny?
I thought you never asked, Jane. Absolutely. As most of you probably know, Aoife is a Saurian vet from the Flower Feather clan. In that land, humans and Saurians live and fight side by side.
Remember that
Saurians
one
get
of their
sick and
favorite
hurt
game
just
literally
like everyone
for
else.
Forza
So
existence.
Saurian vets do a very important job in that land.
Yeah.
And Aoife is a really good one. In fact, you've
No,
probably heard of some of
actually,
his
more
accomplishments
like
already. Like
they're
how
slowly
he saved
starting to
Kukuku's
forget 4
life,
stars.
and now, of course, Kukuku works as his trusty assistant.
Okay, you know, regarding the 4-star issues, alright. I know a lot of people has been complaining about the 4-star issues for Star Rails. But me personally though, I feel like even in Zenless Zone, they are starting to have some issue with the 4-star, which is A rank in Zenless Zone. Cause like I'm not sure whether you guys noticed it, but the 4-star has been kinda lagging. Like so far we are at 1.7, right? And the number of 4-star that we have, which is A rank, I mean, it's actually so less that I don't know, man. I mean, the good part about Zenless Zone's A rank is that it's it's quite easy to get A rank as long as you pull in the banner which have the rate up, because like they only features like 2 A ranks in each of the banners. But that also make it very easy to just 6-star. No, what is that again? The CinemaScape thingy. It's very easy to just max out your cinema. So once you have maxed out your cinema for like 2 A rank, and then the same 2 A rank is getting like a rate up in another like 5-star banners, you know. That whole banners, I'm not sure whether they are going to be worth pulling for or not. Cause like, I don't know, because like here in Genshin, alright, even though they are starting to see a little bit issue with the 4-star, as in like they are starting to introduce less and less 4-star into the game, but they are still introducing at a very good pace, if I am to say, because like the 4 stars in Genshin, they don't overdo it with the number of it. So far we are at like 4 years, all right, and I'm still not done collecting the all of the 4 stars constellation. So like I'm still like that is something that I can still try to aim for in Genshin for the 4 stars, 4-star characters. However, in the other games like Star Rails or Zenless Zone, they are starting to like, you can starting to feel that the 4-star characters is really too less. I'm not like, I don't know, man. I'm not sure whether making the A ranks, like only 2 featured A ranks in the banner, actually a good thing or not. But I'm starting to see a little bit of sign that it's not doing it well for the game, and I'm a little bit worried. The game itself is still good. I mean, Zenless Zone is still good. It's just that, yeah, the A ranks, it's kind of worrying me with the pace they are releasing the more these characters. So yeah, anyway, back to Aoife. So yeah, what do Aoife do?
Yeah, Aoife is practically a miracle worker. I heard Ahau got sick one time, so Kanish took him to Aoife for treatment, and what do you know? Ahau was better in like 2 seconds. Imagine that.
Sounds like Aoife really knows his stuff. I wonder if he can treat all kinds of dragons, like even ones from other nations.
Not sick.
I guess, in theory, yeah, I don't see why not. Plus, if it was an emergency, Kakuku could help him get there in no time.
I mean, I heard the Flower Feather clan is known for riding kukasaurs, but this is less riding and more dangling, isn't it?
Hey, this is a Kakuku appreciation zone only, all right? But seriously, just wait until you see him sprint. He spreads out those huge wings, and it's super awesome. Oh, and while we're on the subject, if there are any travelers who haven't done the part of the Ochkin World Quest where you chase down the evil dragon, try it out with Aoife. It'll be a completely different kind of flying experience.
Yeah, I see.
By the way, what is that?
Although it looks more like Aoife is chasing down a patient for a checkup.
Yeah. So, okay, what else can Aoife do in combat?
Looks like a new enemy to me.
Aoife is an Animo Vision user with a lot of tricks up his sleeve. For example, when faced with aggressive enemies, Aoife can unleash his elemental burst and fire a therapeutic sedative, creating a wind current that pulls in and restrains enemies. Yeah, of course, as Aoife's good bro, Kakuku also helps him out in combat.
So it's a little bit similar to
Kakuku lifts him into the air, giving him an aerial advantage in combat. And while in this state, Aoife can continuously fire tonic shots, which deal animo damage upon impact and restore HP to the entire party.
Oh, nice. So what kind of
So this part is the part that is kind of similar to Mizuki, I guess.
We should introduce one of his talents first. When Aoife is in the Night Soul's Blessing state, he can use his Field Medic's vision to increase swirl and electrocharge damage based on the total amount of Night Soul points across the entire party.
Okay, so he works well with characters that can trigger swirl and electrocharged reactions, and characters that can generate Night Soul points. He seems like a really flexible unit.
Yeah, he is. Plus,
actually,
in
that
areas
does
with
very
Natlan's
flexible.
phlogiston mechanics, if your current active character or indwelled Saurian's HP drops below a certain percent, Aoife can consume his own phlogiston to heal them.
Nice, putting those medical skills to use.
They say this as nice, but I say that this is very inconvenient. One thing about the Saurians is that every time you're trying to use the Saurian, they already consume too much of phlogiston. So every time when they need healing and they're going to consume your freaking phlogiston, you know, that's not good. That's not good. Your traverse, you know, your ability to traverse through the whole place is not going to last long, and that's going to suck. I mean, like, sure, it's great that you can heal your Saurus, but like, who needs heal anyway? I don't know, man. That means we should not have Aoife when we want to use the Saurians.
His kit seems really intuitive, and he helps with exploration. I feel like exploring.
Maybe it's good for you guys, but I don't like this. I don't like this part where you get to consume your
What can I
distance to
say?
heal.
He is a helpful little guy. Now, moving on to our next bit of news, a new boss is coming in version 5.6, the secret source
so this is a new
automaton
boss.
overseer device. Travelers will
Please
need
tell
to
me it
defeat
does not
to
retain
obtain
that
ascension
freaking
materials for a
mechanics.
Scopier.
Huh. I feel like we've faced something like this before.
That's because this boss has the same origins as the secret source automaton configuration device from version 5.1. Both are pieces of ancient dragon technology.
That's a long ass name.
They almost seem like two parts of
Ancient
one
Rules
terrifying
Master
monster.
Terminal.
Okay, Jane, let's, this is where we should wrap this part up, I think, because travelers can search for their own answers to this in-game. Now, let's kick off the event portion.
Oh, wow. There are Natland characters in Fontaine? Is it because of a festival or something?
Not a festival. An amusement park organized by
I see a
Navia and the
bowl.
Spina di Rasula. Auroron and Aoife are
We're
there
going
to
to get
deliver
a
Natland
new
produce
free
for the
bowl.
event. But it's
All
not
right.
all veggies and good times, unfortunately. Against the backdrop of the festivities, a smuggling case is uncovered, leading Kanich and Risley to cross paths.
Ooh, a Saurian hunter and a prison warden. Sounds like a fun pairing.
Yeah, right? I actually have a few sneak peeks to share, so let's take a look.
Weird. Why is Ahau cowering behind Kanich? I would have thought he was
he's
too
cowering?
proud for that. Oh, wait. It must be because of Fontaine's ban on flying objects.
Oh, yeah, right, they had this
Ahau
law.
and Kakuku made the journey all the way to Fontaine and happened to arrive just
Oh,
in
wow.
time for the ban.
How many of you
Ahau
guys
was
actually
able to
still
hide,
remember about
but
that
Kakuku
law of
got
like no
scared
flying
and flew
object?
straight into the
in
Palais
Fontaine?
Maronia. Auroron thinks Kakuku
I forgot,
will
man.
manage
That's
to send
literally the
all
first thing that
important
happens when you
documents in
drop
the
into
Palais
Fontaine.
flying around the building.
Oh, no. That can't end well. Well, what about Aoife? Isn't he going to come to Kakuku's rescue?
Don't worry, with Nervalette and Risley there, Kakuku's in good hands. Plus, he might even learn a new phrase or two. Hey, check it out. Risley managed to teach him one. Anyone want to guess what it is?
Oh,
Fuck.
I don't really know what it could be.
The word is fuck.
I guess we're
It's
just gonna
fuck.
have to wait and see.
The word is
Anyway,
fuck.
I wanted to point out
Teach him
there
how
are
to say
two
fuck.
dragons in this picture.
You need to teach him how to say
does
fuck.
that mean Nervalette could like interpret for Kakuku? You know, dragon to dragon. Oh, I can't wait to see how their interactions go.
Honestly, I can't even picture it, but I just know it's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, there's nothing we can say that beats the real thing. So, if you're interested, be sure to check out all the shenanigans in-game. And trust me, there are a lot of them. Always makes me laugh. Now, on to the actual amusement park.
Are they
Let me
going to
give you some
tell
background.
us about
It's called
the
Cheval
stats
Moran
of
Film Fantasy
the
Land,
bowl?
and it's the brainchild of a well-known engineer
just like
and
usual,
film
they are not
buff
going to
with
show
the
it at
Spina di
all.
Rasula in charge of the financing, construction, and general operations.
No, just want to say that I wish in the future versions, whenever they are trying to release a new like event event weapons or like new artifacts, they could just tell us about the stats right there. I mean like the side effects or like maybe the weapons skill effect. Maybe the stat is not finalized. Yeah, they already have the disclaimer like somewhere around here. This is under development and is not indicative of the final product. They already have the disclaimer here. So like it should be fine for them to just show the stat right there, or like at least the skills, you know. So like what I'm trying to say is I wish they give us a peek on that. I mean, most of the time they don't really change that much from like inside of the beta servers anyway. So like, or is it now? Or do they actually change the stats after they are done with the beta and the actual version release? I'm not sure about this part, so I can't really say anything. But if it turns out that the stat is going to remains the same from the time when they are still in the beta, then I feel like they should just show the stats right here in the live stream, or like after that make like a proper announcement, because I remember you need to wait until like the actual version drop before you can get to see the stats of the weapons, or like you need to learn it through leaks, and I don't want to touch leaks. I want it to be official. So like Please show us the stats. Alright, yeah, anyway.
Lapine Pauline is back.
Welcome.
Didn't she almost go
The fuck was that?
bankrupt after basing her... Oh, Lapine Pauline is back. Didn't she almost go...
Wait, what was that?
And general operations.
Oh, Lapine Pauline is back. Didn't she almost go bankrupt?
What the fuck was that? She emoting? By the way, who is Lapine Pauline? Her name sounds very familiar, but I don't remember her.
Bankrupt after basing her research on that fake story? I hope her investment pays off this time.
Bankrupt after fake
Well,
story?
if the traveler agrees to come on board, Lapine Pauline might be in a better position.
Come on board?
I don't remember this girl. Who is that?
Alarm bells ringing?
It's not like that. If you don't trust Lapine Pauline, yeah, okay. Her track record isn't great, but at least trust Cheval Moran and the Spina di Rosula.
If you say so.
Chevariman,
And
who's
how will we
that?
make sure we don't run it into the ground?
Well, if the
I cannot
traveler
recall
agrees
these
to come on
contain
board,
names.
Lapine Pauline might be in a better position.
Wait, so this is a management sim? Okay, tell me everything.
Management
You
scene.
got it, bro. Travelers will be in charge of operations like upgrading the facilities, expanding the park, and managing the staff. During each business cycle, travelers will need to allocate their precious funds and action points to the
I hope
most
this one
important
is fun.
tasks based on their management needs.
And plus,
I hope
Navia
it's a little
recruited
bit better than the
MasterChef,
one
a
that we
to
had
run the
last
park's
time.
theme restaurant.
I'm not sure how many of you you guys actually remember, but we had like a management scene before. Like that one is the one with Lisa where you're making potion and stuff. That one is actually pretty fun. Like the potion making part is quite fun. I remember you need to place the materials and all of that, and then like depending on what material you're thrown in, like how you fit in all the pieces, you can create like different type of potions, right? And some potion actually worth more during a certain phase and all of that. Yeah, that event was actually quite fun. So I wish this one is at least on par or like slightly better than it. But yeah, we'll see for now. When your bro and me saw that, you laughed so hard. Understandable.
The dishes she creates can give you
she
unique
emoting
management
too hard,
buffs,
alright.
so don't miss out.
Absolutely. You can also increase your revenue by adding different kinds of attractions. For
this
example, in
again?
Eclectic Escapades, visitors can experience unforgettable adventures where they fly through the air or dash underwater at high speeds.
Wow.
Or there's movie masterpieces where you have to use special abilities to reach the end of the stage and seize the treasure. Before launching these attractions, travelers will need to try them out
Okay,
and
we got a
create
parkour
standardized
event.
strategy guide for each one, so that visitors understand how to get the most out of the experience.
I say parkour event, but
and
it's kind of
travelers
funny
can
because like,
also
we
add
don't
an
really have
attraction
parkour.
called Mellow Manor, where they can create a cozy retreat for different
Oh,
animals to
FOMO, my
draw in
top 5 versus
visitors and
zombie.
increase revenue.
And travelers can also recruit some familiar faces to help run the park. Among the recruits are Fontanian companions and friends from other nations too.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
By completing friendly encounters, travelers can learn useful management techniques
Damn,
from their
that's a
companions.
lot of
Eventually,
people from
these
not
companions will
visiting
become fixtures at the
Fontaine,
park
though.
and
Why is
provide
that?
even more management support. So, long story short, don't worry too much. You don't have to go it alone.
Okay, yeah, that doesn't sound too bad.
And plus, once you get down to business, you'll be rewarded for your efforts.
Ooh, do tell.
Oh, I will. Reach a certain point in the operations and you'll be able to claim all sorts of rewards, including primo
All sort of
gems and a
rewards.
new 4-star bow, Sequence of Solitude.
Awesome! More primo
I
gems
wanna
to
speak
save for your
like
next
her.
pull. Which reminds me, we still haven't finished announcing the event wishes, have we?
Oh,
There's
right.
just something
yeah.
very
Sorry to
charming
keep
about
you
the-
in suspense,
the
travelers.
British pronunciation.
In the second half of version 5.6, we'll
Oh,
have returning event wishes for Kanichi and the
Kanichi.
Raiden Shogun.
Nice.
Plus, the chronicled wish banner will be
Wait.
returned for Kanichi and the Raiden Shogun.
Wait, English players, do you all read the name as Raiden Shogun? Wait, for real? Shogun? Wait, you all read this name as Shogun? Wait, for real?
5.6, we'll have returning event wishes for Kenichi and the Raiden Shogun.
Raiden Shogun. Is that why there is like so many memes circulating the community about Raiden Shogun? I thought it was just a pun on the name because like all you need to do is just add the word T and it's going to become Shotgun, but like you actually read this G-U-N as gun? Wait, English for real? Oh my god, that's, you know, so far into this this whole live stream, I feel like this is the most shocking part of all. Raiden Shogun. Wow, Raiden Shogun. I did not know. Okay, that's Raiden Shogun. Okay, now I finally understand why people like to make fun of her calling her Raiden Shotgun. Okay, understandable. Finally, now I know why. Okay, anyway. But I see. So phase 2, we are going to get Shogun and also Kenichi, huh? I guess I'm going to try to pull for Kenichi, like maybe 20 or 30 pulls. If I got the like that much of Primogems. After looking at Escoffier's kit, I do think that I want to pull for her. But I don't have enough PT or guarantee for any 5-star right now. So I'm just going to try and pull for her and hope for the best. Kenichi on the other hand, I do want him, but not very top priority, so I don't know. Maybe I'll give that a try, but I won't put too much hope on it. I don't know. What's your guys' pulling plan for version 5.6? I feel like a lot of people might actually skip because if you don't care about Cryo, if you don't care about Geo, then you don't care about Kenichi because Kenichi kit is kind of clunky, alright, with all of the placing a hook on an enemy and then like swinging around the people like some kind of like the pole dancer. Yeah, his kit is kind of clunky, so I can see a lot of people might actually skip this version. Unless you want to go for Shogun or Shogun, depending on how you pronounce it. But yeah, what is your guys' plan? Let me know. I am a little bit curious. I will not pull for Raiden. Never. I already have her at C2 or is it C1, which kind of happens very accidentally. She came a little bit too early and I was so sad because I was trying to aim for someone else. No, I was trying to aim for just the 4-star and she actually managed to drop by and I did not like that. Don't pull for 4-star if you don't even want any of the 5-star, guys. For real.
Nice.
Plus, the Chronicled Wish banner will be returning
Right
in
then,
version
you're actually
5.6.
pulling for Shogun?
I know a lot
Damn.
of travelers.
Chronicle Wish. You know, it's good to see that the Chronicle Wish is starting to become a standard thing, like a normal thing to happen in any version. But damn. Just looking at this banner alone, I can already see like 2 characters that I wanted. Even though I don't really have very high priority for these 2. But if possible, I do want to get Ayato. And the fact that he actually appeared in Chronicle Wish, it's kind of sad. Because, like I said, if they don't make it so that the PT from Chronicle Wish can be carried over to the next version, Chronicle Wish, then it's not very worth putting in Chronicle Wish at all. Because the guarantee for getting the character that you want is, I think it's 180. Because like once you lose 50-50 once, you need to you're going to get the fate point, and then with that fate point, the next 5-star is going to be the one that you pick as a guarantee. So I don't know, man. I think for now I'm going to skip Chronicle Wish because I do still want to get the character from the limited time banner. But I hope in the future the Chronicle Wish can be carried over. I mean, as in like the Fate Point or the PT or whatever. Yeah, they need to make it so that it's carryovable. Carryable over or whatever that word is. But yeah, you guys get the point. Anyway, at this point, if they don't say anything about the Fate Point can be carried over to the next version's Chronicle Wish, then I still don't think that this Chronicle Wish is worth pulling for. They haven't talked about that, so we'll see.
I've been waiting for that, so check it out if you're interested.
Yeah, you have to, and best of luck on your polls.
All right. That was a lot of info, so let's take our first break. Here's the second redemption code, travelers.
Wait, they are not going to mention anything about that? Okay, fine. I don't think I will be going just in case. Ah. I like this music. This is actually very jumpy. I like that. Oh yeah, by the way though, do you guys remember to redeem your redemption code? I have a feeling it's already expired, so yeah, if you're watching this right now, then yeah, you already missed the chance. Oh right, I do remember that there's also like some new codes circling around the social medias. Something about the Welkin Moon thingy.
The Windbloom Festival.
We'll also check the video out later.
A celebration of flowers, now shrouded in unease.
Account right then C2, then don't need to prove for her already. C2 is already good enough.
Why is Albedo on trial? Who is the young man in the courtroom? And is he friend
Paralogism.
or foe? What tidings does the Dodo communication device bring this time? The answers to these questions and more in the version 5.6 Archon Quest.
Nice voice.
Okay.
Nice.
Aw, shucks, thanks.
So, we finally make it back to Mondstadt, and Albedo's on trial. And I
Interlude
don't know what
chapter.
to think. But something tells me there's more to this situation.
Wait, this is an
than meets
interlude
the eye.
chapter?
Well, I've put together some information about the
Greatness created in the moment where miracles met life. Neither mundane knowledge nor earthly compassion could hope to reach that light. The arrogance leader forth from the darkness, hypocrisy draped in virtue and reason. Their gnashing mouths devour all, brothers and mothers alike. It's very poetic. But the last phrase right there, devour all, brothers and mothers alike. I'm not sure whether these brothers and mothers alike mean something like brothers as in Albedo and the rest of the creation of that Rain Daughter, and mothers as in all of the witches, because from what I remember, all the witches is kind of like mother of someone. We have Alice, which is mother of Klee, and then Rain Daughter is also mother of Albedo. So like, does that mean the witches is going to get devoured as well? If that's the case, the plot is going to be very cool.
the case. Let's go through it and see if we can uncover some new clues. So, here's the deal. Albedo's been accused of murder and
Okay, just want to say something. I see that there's 1, 2, 3 phases of NPC, and I have a feeling we are going to sidetrack a lot in the quest. So I have a feeling people are going to complain when they start doing the quest because like there's unnecessary details, like unnecessary stuff going on that is going to feel very extra. I just hope that turned out to be not true. Okay, I just wish that we can go straight to the point and don't sidetrack for too much. Like, sidetrack once in a while is fine, but don't sidetrack too much. Please let the content flow very smooth, and you don't do errand too much. Okay, one thing I really hate about Genshin storytelling is that you need to do too much errand just to get to the goal. You know the rule of 3, where they always ask you to do something 3 times before you can get to the point. That 3 time is annoying, and I feel like they should just remove it. Like sometimes you can make it just like once or twice. That's good enough. 3 times of repeated errand task is not very nice, unless they actually drop something very important. Important law, important clue, or whatever. Like as long as they are important, then yeah, I'm fine with it. But if they are just sidetracking for the sake of sidetracking, then this kind of content just get it away. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, just want to say that. Just want to say that's my only concern right now.
And the case is being tried in secret.
I can't
The logistics captain of the Knights of Favonius, Hertha, seems to have
you're
compelling
repooling on
evidence
your new
against
account.
Albedo. So
Can you not get back your old account?
I'm sure Hertha
Does
is
the
just
customer
trying to do
support
her
not
job
helpful?
and
Not
uncover
helpful?
the truth.
That's too
But
bad.
there has to be some kind of
Also,
misunderstanding.
thanks for the love,
Well, in
Leon.
court, the evidence
Hope you
does
have
the
a good lurk.
talking. Travelers will have access to Albedo's office on the 2nd floor of headquarters to do their own investigation into the case and
Investigate
hopefully
the
track
book.
down some clues.
So I saw Jean, Kaya, and Eula in the courtroom, all members of the Knights of Favonius, which makes sense. But it looked like someone from the church was also there.
Oh yeah, who's that guy?
That's Dahlia. He's the deacon of the Church
Dahlia.
of Favonius, so he works with
Dahlia.
Barbara, Rosaria, and the other members of the clergy. Dahlia acts as the Herald of Barbados, which is interesting
Herald
because
of
he's also
Barbados?
friends with Venti.
Yeah, very interesting. He sounds like a very important figure then.
Well, speaking of Venti, the Dodo communication device is back in this quest.
The Dodo communication
At some point,
device.
Venti needs it
Wait.
to get in touch with Alice. But on the first attempt,
Kind of funny how they just say that the Dodo communication device is back, because this device only I remember this device only used back in that time when we're doing a limited time event. I think it was the second Golden Apple Archipelago. I think it was during that event, right? They created this Dodo communication device thingy. It was used for contacting Alice, but I remember it was used in one of the limited time event and then never mentioned again. So it's kind of funny how they're saying like everyone actually already knows about it. Okay, anyway.
the line connects to Grandmaster
But if I'm
Varka
wrong, no, I'm sorry
instead.
about that.
It's
My
only on the
memory
second
when it
try
comes
that
to
he
all of
manages
this
to
event
reach
stuff
Alice.
is very vague because like they
Whoa,
only
hold
happen once and you
You
can't
just
get
dropped
to like
two major names.
revisit the past
Varka has
record
been
in
on
the
an
game.
expedition for a long time. Sounds like we finally get to hear how he's doing. As for Alice, we know she's the mother of the most
Oh yeah,
adorable
Varka.
Klee and an elder of the Hexen Circle. But I wonder why Venti needs to get in touch with her. Wait, could it be because of the monsters in the city?
Oh, you know what? In Amber's anthology chapter, she did say the number of monsters around Mondstadt has been skyrocketing lately.
Right? And
Wait, what quest is that?
this is in the city?
Oh, you know what? In Amber's anthology chapter,
Amber's anthology chapters? Which one is Amber's anthology chapters, guys? Wait. Which one is Amber's anthology chapter? Is it the character quest that you did at the very beginning? The one where you need to fly and get your gliding license and all of that stuff? Is it that one? Amber's anthology chapter? Are we finally get like a continuation to that quest? If that's the case, then it's been too long.
she did say the number of monsters around Mondstadt has been skyrocketing lately.
Right? And now there are even more monsters in the city. So maybe Venti is reaching out to Alice for help.
I think you two are onto something. And if we take a look at this map, we can see that a lot
Wow,
of
who are
our
all
old friends
this-
have joined in on
why
the
is there
fight
so many
to
people?
defend Mondstadt.
Wow, this is kind of emotional. Mondstadt was the beginning of everything. It's the place where travelers met their first companions and embarked on
Wow.
this whole journey. And now it's in
Wait,
crisis.
wow.
Oh, hopefully travelers can do something to stop it.
Oh, they can, but
Holy shit. Wait. This is actually surprising, but also very impressive if you ask me. This is actually the first time in Genshin so far where they are making a town, a nation, invaded by monster. Like monster actually spawning in the safe spot. This is actually the first time. Or has there been any what is that? Like any case in before where monsters actually spawn inside of the town already that I might actually forgot? Hang on. In Liyue, did any monster ever spawn inside? No, right? I don't remember there's also the Jade Chamber and all that stuff, but the monster did not spawn in the town. And in Inazuma, the Archon is the monster, but aside from Shogun, then there's no one else. There's no monster literally spawning inside of the town, I remember. Sumeru, on the other hand, the citizen is the monster, but they don't look like a monster, so we'll rule that out. Fontaine is flooded by the water is the monster, but they are not really, the waters are not actually enemy monsters, so that land we had all of the war arc things going on, but the war did not invaded the town at all, or more like there are some mentions, but I remember from the mention of it, the stadium is surrounded by barrier or something, so that is like one of the only safe spot in the throughout the whole war. Yeah, this is actually the first time we are getting monster invading town, like actual monster inside of actual town. Oh damn, this is cool, man.
it won't be an easy road. Alice can offer something to help, but travelers
The
will
game
need to
before the
pass a
game.
trial first and defeat
so
the
this
king
is a new
and
boss.
queen on the chessboard.
Anything to defend Mondstadt. I'm
Do
sure
we need to
travelers
play
aren't
chess for
scared of a
this?
little trial.
Okay. Then let's take a look at what awaits them.
The big Dodoko scares me, man. That big Dodoko at the background really scares me. You know when how a cute creature suddenly turns enormous and become your enemy? Shit is crazy as fuck. Oh, this guy's doing Excalibur. Excalibur! Oh damn, we're dying to Excalibur.
Alice will preside over the first phase of the trial. The trial takes place on a chessboard, but the rules of chess don't exactly apply. Look closely and you'll notice some of the pieces on the board can harm the king. Travelers can use that to their advantage to create an opening and dish out damage. But in the second phase, there are no chess pieces to use.
Wow.
Travelers will need to rely on their own strength to emerge
Is
victorious.
this like the
It
normal
looks like
boss
there's
or
a different
actually a
Dodoko
weekly boss?
presiding over the second phase.
Because if this
One
is not
wearing
a
a blue
weekly
hat.
boss, but the
Is that a
boss that
different
you
mage
farm
from the
for
Hexen
essential
Circle?
materials, then
Wonder
this
which
is
one.
kind of annoying.
Well, travelers will have to uncover that for themselves. As for the second
know,
phase
man.
of the trial, let me offer a quick piece of advice.
Ascended King,
The
Sublimated
boss has some extremely
Queen.
powerful attacks, but freeze
Frozen,
reactions can help you create an opening.
Maybe
Of
jot that one
course, they
down
are going
for
to find
later,
some way to
travellers.
promote Frozen
So, we know
reaction
there's
because of
murder, an
Escoffier,
attack
but
on Mondstadt, a Hexen
Frozen,
Circle trial.
nah.
But we have no idea how all of this is connected. Seems like there's a lot for travellers to uncover.
okay.
You know, if you think about it, first Natlan had
Yeah.
a crisis with the ley lines that almost ended in death. Then, a similar crisis happens in Liyue, And now Mondstadt is in danger. I can't help but wonder if this is all some kind of terrible omen.
Yeah, but look on the bright side. It's another chance for answers. Maybe we'll uncover new clues about forces we've encountered before, or what we can expect on the road ahead.
Or maybe we'll even get one step closer to the truth.
By the way, just want to point out that I like how they're
and then
using this
travelers
music
can
right
give
here.
us all the answers.
Yeah.
The
I think we're gonna
Genshin
leave all that
lock-in
hard
music.
work to you guys.
All right, okay.
somehow
Well,
give you
let's
the
lighten things
nostalgia.
up and dive into the remaining version 5.6 events.
Oh, hi, Dakota. Good
First
morning.
up on the docket is
Welcome,
an
welcome.
event that
We're
brings
doing
us
reaction
back to
right now.
Fontaine, where travelers can test out their tactical brilliance in the new war game Operation Damport Simulation.
Dude, nice.
What?
Oh, I know.
What the heck is this?
This war game comes with all new offensive and defensive gameplay. The key to
Is
success
this Clash
really
of
understanding
Clans?
your game pieces.
Okay, what do you mean?
Well, for example, is it a melee or ranged attack piece? Can it
Wait,
quickly
this is
break through
freaking Clash of
obstacles, or
Clans.
maybe even bypass them entirely? Once you feel like you know what
Oh
you're
my
doing,
God.
you can test out your skills in co-op. The actual gameplay is pretty simple. What this event really tests is strategy. For example, when
Okay,
adjusting your
yeah,
defensive
sure.
lineup, you can even set traps for your opponent.
I see a button called Defensive Simulation. Looks like we can use it to test out our strategies?
That's right.
Okay
and once
lah.
you set the defensive and offensive lineup that works best for you,
This is pretty
the
interesting.
battle is ready to begin.
Yeah.
I
And
do
while
kind of
your
like the
opponent tries to break
gameplay
through
style
your
of Clash
defenses,
of
your
Clans. I
job is
just
to
didn't
use your
really
chosen
enjoy
offensive
the
lineup to outmaneuver
game
their
because
strategy.
of the
side that
grinding
breaks
aspect
the
of it.
opposing formation first,
And I'm too
or
lazy
makes
for strategies.
greater progress within the time limit, wins. Wow.
But yeah,
Okay,
a little
so
bit
it
of
sounds
this
like it all
kind of
comes down
gameplay
to
is
strategy.
quite fresh.
Alright,
I'll take
so,
it.
Get tactical, travelers.
Now, if that last event was mostly about brain power, this next one is all about firepower.
Let's go.
Okay, let's take a look at the
Oh.
gameplay. Think this is a simple battle for coins? Ha, well, think again. Players will have the opportunity to indwell Saurians at certain points. Use their abilities to your advantage, and you might be able to turn the tides in your favor.
This looks so fun. You could just stay in Saurian form the whole time and blast all the other players away.
Thanks
If
for the tip. I
only.
would do just
the
that.
Saurian form only lasts so long. But even in human form, you'll have Natlan character skills at your disposal. So the goal is to collect as many coins as possible to secure victory.
Nice, bro. So, this next event is
Okay.
called Chronicle of Shifting
That
Stratagems.
does look kind of fun.
I'm sure at this point in their journey, travelers have gained their fair share of companions and have tested out their skills in a variety of different situations. But maybe there's a character you want to learn more about, like Escoffier, for example. Let's say you want to test out
Wait,
her
hang on, how do you
potential in
read your
different
name?
team comps. Then, Escoffier, for example. But maybe there's a character you want to learn more about, like Escoffier, for example.
Escoffier? What happened to the R? What happened to the R? Escoffier? If that's the case, I'm just going to call her Escoffier.
Let's say you want to test out her potential in different team comps. Then, I highly recommend trying out this event.
Chronicle of Shifting Stratagems gives travelers the opportunity to study and test out different team compositions. The event is divided into different levels of difficulty, and there are also challenge buffs to take advantage of. So
Choto. 20k points. 20 freaking K points. You see this shit, guys? The difference between collecting all Primo Gems and collecting all of the reward. 4,000, you spike up all the way to like 20,000. 5 times. What the fuck? What the fuck?
to study and test out different team compositions. The event is divided into different levels of difficulty, and there are also challenge buffs to take advantage of. So make sure to take that into account when forming your
need two
teams.
teams?
Travelers can also take a look at the challenge record and see how their friends approached each challenge. Could provide some food for thought.
Nice. Sounds like the perfect excuse to do some experimentation and think outside the box.
Indeed.
Alright, moving on to some
TCG,
Genius
nobody cares about this.
TCG updates. First, a new card skin will be added to the card shop, so check it out if you're interested.
Wow, more new
Travelers
skin.
can also look forward to new
How
character
many
and
of you guys
action
actually
cards
still
added
play
to
the
regular
TCG?
mode.
Nice. More food for the card sharks.
I forgot this thing
There are
exists.
also some major updates to automatic artistry.
Oh, so in addition to the character and action card updates,
I really
the
forgot
elemental
that
reaction
TCG
effects are
exists.
different.
Yeah, and during the match, there's now a card refresh option as well as mechanisms for character enhancement and replacement, so the gameplay should be even more engaging. Travelers might even be able to come up with some new strategies and surprise their opponents with unexpected moves.
That's right, and finally, the Ley Line Overflow event is returning in version 5.6, so don't miss out.
We won't, and let's take our last break. When we return, we'll talk system optimizations and a cool collab. See you on the
System
other side,
optimization.
travelers.
Bye.
Nice. Okay. You know, so far, looking at all of this, I don't have to say, the event have some neat gameplay. I mean, like the Clash of Clans kind of strategy gameplay. That one is actually fun. And seeing that that's probably going to be like very limited stages, it's not going to take up too much of your time. So I do think that that addition in itself is fine. But like, the combat one on the other hand though, that worries me a little bit. It could be fun. Don't get me wrong, the event could be fun. But every time when I see the point difference in between like gold and platinum rank that much, you know, I have a feeling that I'm not going to have a good time. But that's a me thing because I don't really have my characters at level 90. So yeah, maybe that's why I'm always not having a good time.
Welcome back, travelers.
Welcome back.
Welcome. Let's
Do you
jump
guys like
right
this kind
into
of
system
combat,
optimizations.
events?
Some
Let me know.
travelers provided feedback that the brilliant blessing enhancement
Speaking
process
from the
in
casual
the Imaginarium
perspective, I don't
Theatre
think I
was
enjoy
a
it too
bit
much.
confusing, which made it difficult to level up strategically and optimize character turn order. So, in the version 5.6 update, the dev team has made the brilliant blessing details page a lot more intuitive, which should make it easier for travelers to make strategic level up decisions.
Nice.
Yeah, and in addition, rewards will be available for completing the star challenges in the new season of the Imaginarium Theater that begins on June 1st.
You know what would be nice? A restart
Oh, yeah.
button after the final act. As it stands right now, finishing the final act takes you directly to the credits, right?
Have you guys tried the
What if you just
newest,
missed
I mean
that
the
last star
latest
challenge?
Imaginarium
That
Theater?
would be such a bummer.
I just did that yesterday
Yeah,
and
the
holy
dev team
crap.
has received that feedback as
It
well.
was a pain.
So, a restart button is also being added to the
The
new
way
update.
they're forcing you to use
Oh, nice.
Let's go.
That should make it easier to get full
Cryo,
stars.
Hydro, and
All right,
also
so this next
Geo.
update addresses
I
another
have no
common
carry
problem.
at all, and I'm
Travelers have probably
actually
noticed
suffering
that when
so
you go to
much
raise a
in that.
character's skills, the skill descriptions can be pretty
That
long
was so
and
tough,
dense.
man.
Yeah, I mean, it's understandable. It's important for
I got
travelers
into
to have
one
all
of the stages
details.
with
But
only
it's also easy to get bogged down in the weeds, so
with
this
only
is something
Ryosley
the
as
dev
the
team
main
has been working
DPS,
on.
and then the rest
Starting
of
in
them
version
is just support
5.6,
character.
the
And like,
descriptions
I'm
on the talent
so
and
fucked.
constellation pages for new characters
So the
will be
moment I actually
optimized to be
clear
more
it
concise, so
and
it's
obtain
easier
the,
for
you know,
travelers to grasp the core
the
information.
challenge reward, I'm
Of
like,
course,
wow,
travelers who prefer to
how
dive
did
into
I
all the
do that?
details can always expand the
I don't know
content
how
for
I
a
did
more
that,
comprehensive
but
description.
I'm just going to proceed like
Sorting
it's
through
just
all that
nothing
information
happened.
should be a lot faster
And like,
now.
yeah, what
Totally.
I'm trying to say is
Our
that was
next
a pain.
optimization is for the treasure compass. Travelers provided
By the way,
feedback
character
that while
talent,
attempting
constellation
to
talent
complete
optimization,
Natlan's
that
warrior
looks kinda fine,
challenges,
alright.
it was difficult to locate where to pick up
Not
the
really
quests.
something too
So
major,
after
but
the version 5.6
fine, I
update,
guess.
the
Fine
treasure
addition.
compass can now track those locations.
Woo.
Yeah, they can.
Wait, they
Warrior
can track what
challenges are
location?
important because that's
Warrior
how you get
challenges?
obsidian fragments, which you can use to unlock tribal secret spaces, right? It would be
Wait,
nice.
hang on, which
Those
one are you talking
locations.
about?
Woo.
Version 5.6 it was difficult to locate where to pick up the quests. So after the version
Warriors
5.6 update,
challenge?
the treasure compass can now track those
Heaven?
locations.
Good luck, have
Yeah,
fun.
they can. Warrior challenges are important because that's
You
how you
either
get
need to
obsidian
play with
fragments,
Frozen or
which
like
you
a
can
lot
use
of
to unlock
geo.
tribal secret spaces, right? It would
Really
be nice
annoying,
if
man.
the treasure
That's
compass
really
could track
annoying.
those too.
It can! And once your exploration progress is high enough, the treasure compass will be able to pinpoint the location of tribal secret spaces as well. Similarly, at a high enough exploration progress, more chests from various nations can also be located using the treasure compass.
Oh, nice. That should really help travelers that are stuck at 99%
Do
exploration
you really
progress.
need to detect all of
Map
those
pins have
things?
also been optimized. Starting in version 5.6, travelers can now delete custom pins in batches.
Ooh, that should make it a lot easier to start fresh if you're someone who really likes to go ham with the markers.
Definitely. Well, that wraps up our system optimizations. So now it's time for some out-of-game news.
That's
Wait,
right.
that's all?
First, we have some exciting collaboration news to share.
What's this,
Genshin
Charlotte
Impact is partnering
Tilbury?
with the global beauty brand
What
Charlotte
is Cadbury-like
Tilbury
name?
to launch 2 limited edition sets.
Starry
So, let's watch the
Miracle,
preview
Software
trailer for the
Treasure?
collaboration.
Eh? Eh? Wait, what is this? Huh? I remember seeing that star before in one of the quests involving Mona. And if I'm not wrong, it is also a limited time event. What was that star called again? I know it's not Wishes.
But I have even more news. In addition, Genshin Impact's third Natlan OST album, Radiance of Flame, is coming soon. Yeah, the album contains various tracks composed by the Hoyo Mix team for the Collective of Plenty and other regions. So stay tuned for the drop.
Awesome.
Oh, it's gonna be amazing.
Oh
The music's
yeah,
gonna
I
be
see
so-
that
so
this
beautiful.
collection of the OST already dropped. Do check it out because I'm interested.
Yeah,
I'm not going to
that's
play
all
all
the
of them, though. It's
information
just
I
a
have
collection
about
of all
version
that, the music.
Yeah, me too. What about you, Jane?
I am just so excited to uncover more about the Albedo trial mystery and to defeat
Wait, that's
the new
the end?
boss on the chessboard.
Hang on, that's the end.
And I can't wait for you all to meet Escoffier. It's been so much fun working on her, and I just think you're gonna love her.
And to follow that up, Aoife is finally playable, and of course he's gonna have Kukuku right by his side, but the mini games are always so fun and creative. Oh, just can't
Absolutely.
wait.
Well, that's it for the version 5.6 special program. A new adventure awaits. I hope it brings with it new friendships, new answers, and a whole lot of fun. Well, and with that, all there's left to say is, see you in game, travelers. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Okay,
See ya.
bye. Song of the Welkin Moon. Stay tuned on April 30. Yeah, we're going to watch this in a bit. It's already released. Oh, wait, that's yesterday. Oh, yeah, that is yesterday. Alright. So next we're going to watch this Welkin song thingy. But before that though, just want to say, overall, from what I've seen in this special program, the lore drop looks very nice. The story part of it looks very nice. Very great, actually. It seems like a whole lot of lore is going to drop, and we are going back to Mondstadt, like finally after so many years. We're finally going back to Mondstadt for something that is not just, you know, Windbloom and, like, you know, singing poem with Venti and making wine with Razor. Yeah, okay, I can't believe it. We did an event where we make wine for Razor. That was, yeah. Okay. But yeah, anyway, the overall story part of it looks very nice. I am very excited for when the version drops, because all of this story part really looks like it's going to drop something very, very important. And yeah, I can't wait for that. But the event, of the other hand, though, is fun. It's just fine. I would say it's just fine. It looks fine. The gameplay looks fun, but just knowing that the stages is going to be so limited, you know, I feel like it's not going to be too much because like I don't know, man. I have a feeling it's going to be something like the usual where like you just get through all the part that you feel like it's just tutorial and then suddenly bam, the whole event is done. You just either go back to retry all the tutorials or you just move on and proceed with exploration and all that. So I just hope this time at least they have like something that's like have more replayable value in it. But anyway, that's the special event gameplay part. And then the combat part on the other hand, this one worries me. Because the rank difference between the gold and the platinum, you know. And of course, I'm going to try the platinum as well. So, I have a feeling I'm not going to have a very fun time. So, I don't know, man. We'll see when this all come. I would say that I have very high expectation on the story, but the event side on the other hand is just fine. But yeah, that's all for the special program. Very great. It's a very nice one. A lot of things going on in this next version. Can't wait to see it happens. So yeah, anyway, let's move on to the next one. This one, I think, behind the scene. Okay, so we're done with the special program for version 5.6. The next one, we have the behind the scene of Genshin Impact. Let's start with Not Cry. I wonder what Not Cry actually means. Like, not cry, don't cry. If you cry, you a pussy. Something like that. What even is the language of Not Cry? Alright, anyway. Song of the Welkin Moon. Oh yeah, let's check out the web event as well later.
项目组的小伙伴们也观察到，各位旅行者有很多不同的解读和猜想，有一些比较天马行空了，有一些也跟我们的想法有点接近。
Hang on, is he talking about the player-based speculation?
观察到各位旅行者有很多不同的解读和猜想。
There are some who actually is very close. I'm curious which one.
有一些也跟我们的想法有点接近。
那这一次也是为了满足大家的好奇心啊，今天我们就站在创作者的角度，去跟大家聊一聊接下来诺德卡莱的版本内容。那同时呢，我其实也想借这个话题啊，和大家去分享一下。创作《原神》的理念和思路
哦，
创作《原神》这样一个作品，有点像。
Wait, now that he said it, I just realized in version 5.6 there is no mention of new place. So does that mean we are not going to get a new region in version 5.6? So it's just a whole lot of lore drop and stuff, but there's no new region. So in a sense, it is still kind of like it is still. What is that? A little bit similar to a filler patch, but this time they have too much lore to cover all of that. So I guess it's fine. But I'm surprised I did not notice that there is no new region dropping in the version 5.6. All right, anyway.
编织一张巨大的画布。起初我们从2个方向去开始编织，一个叫做诸国的冒险，另一个叫做追寻血亲。然后就过了好几年的时间，这个画布呢也就逐渐有了大致的框架了。这个时候我们回头去看的话，发现不对呀，这个画布它留的线头太多了。然后这些线头里面其实包含了非常多的信息。提瓦特大量的人物事都是通过这些细碎的线索。
You realize how many times has we asked to just see our goddamn siblings?
很多有意思的点并没有完全充分地展示给我们的旅行者。那同时，这其实也是一个很普遍的创作误区。创作者有的时候会忘记自己和玩家的信息量其实是不对等的。那一旦在不知不觉间忽视了玩家的视角，忘记了玩家所看到的内容其实是不完整的话，有时候就会让玩家错过其实非常有价值的内容，甚至会产生误解。所以在今年，我们想把这些线头串起来，用一种比较流畅自然的方式。
For real, I do think that he has a point here, because like a lot of times, you know how sometimes when you're talking to someone, going with the assumption that they already know about certain like certain information that you already know, you know, like the communication will not establish because the thing that you know and you're trying to convey it to the other parties, going with the assumption that they already know about that information, but they did not. So like you. What you need to do is you need to treat them like a dumb fuck and like, you know, just explain everything from the scratch. But if there's too much information to relay, then there's going to be a lot of miscommunication because sometimes you just forget whether you have already told them about certain information or have you not. So like, I feel like Genshin also suffer from this a lot because they have too much books. They have too much books, which is very relevant to the plot point, the lore of the world. But they are all in the form of books and nobody actually reads them. And even if they did, sometimes, you know, I feel like they also forget that they had the book. So what happens in the end is that the book that they created to explain about a certain lore, they just kind of neglected it for years. Just to finally remember that, oh yeah, they existed. So let's touch on it finally. But you know, it's kind of similar to the character stories that we have seen throughout the years. They release so many character stories, and then all of them is just like Act 1, Act 1, Act 1. All of them is Act 1. Like, I would say about like 90% or 95% of the character quests are still at Act 1. We are still kind of waiting for continuation for a lot of them, like Razor's one, for example. But it's never happening. So, yeah. I really want to see more of Razor's story getting explained. Which, by the way, Razor's story existed like somewhere around version 1.0. Somewhere around there. It's somewhere around there since the release. So, yeah. Can we finally get some of the character story from that time, like, you know, getting introduced, a sequel to it? Can we have one, please? I'm still waiting. Yeah, anyway.
把那些就好像闪光的星星重新摆到这个画布它原有的位置上面，这个就是下一年我们想要在诺德卡莱去做的事情。
我们想把来自提瓦特各个角落的信息去整合起来。那最重要的前提啊，它得有一个理想的区域。那这个区域呢，它可以顺理成章的让提瓦特的各个势力聚集在一起，为了一个共同的目标去演绎一段故事。说的通俗一点，就是它得是一个先天要素集合圣体。有些旅行者可能看过 DC 漫画，在 DC 宇宙里呢，这个地方就是哥谭市。那在 Falcom 公司的轨迹系列里面呢，这个地方就是克罗斯贝尔自治州。那在其他的游戏里也有很多这样的
Sorry, I don't know any of those series. I have no idea what he's saying.
朝都啊、菲斯特姆啊、多兰古雷格呀，对吧？那这些旅行者们比较熟知的概念啊，它到了原神当中。那这次我们给它的名字就叫做罗德卡莱。
Oh, okay. But I do think I understand the concept now. It's a place where all of the faction gathers.
那在这样一种构想下，那罗德卡莱的势力自然就是比较错综复杂的。与其继续像之前几个版本一样，我们用国家这个地理强相关的概念，那不如去依赖各个势力的这个共同目标来定义这一年的内容。所以我们从过去众多的一些伏笔当中啊，我们提炼了月亮这个关键词作为这个版本最核心的意象。为了让旅行者们也能更加强烈的感知到这一点，所以这一年我们打算把名字也改掉，我们打算采用一套新的版本名称，叫做《空月之歌》。那《空月之歌》系列呢，会从 5.8 版本之后就跟大家正式见面，持续也是将近1年的时间。
Lasts for around 1 year。
其实我们刚把罗德卡莱或者说月亮这个词、这个关键词抛出来的时候，这个概念啊，我们
Wait, is not Krai a region or a nation? I thought after we're done with Natlan, we're going straight to Snezhnaya. Wait, does that mean before we hit Snezhnaya, we're going to hit Not Krai first, and then we move on to what is that? Chapters. Right now we are at the 5th nation, which is Natlan, right? So this is like chapter 4 or 5. if you count Mondstadt as chapter 0, then I guess Natland is like chapter 4. Is it? Wait, is that how it works? No. Wait. Natland is the 6th nation, so this actually makes it chapter 5. Oh yeah. So does that mean that chapter 6 is actually not Krai and not Nesnaya yet? Wait, I feel like I'm getting some misunderstanding here.
我们会有一些担心，这些信息这个名词，它其实已经代表着我们的旅行者已经非常接近原神这个故事的真相了。但是如果光说诺德卡莱，光说月亮，其实是非常不直观的。那针对这个情况，我希望用到刚才我提到的画布叙事的一个特征，
I like how there's the tree moon at the background of the stage.
所以我们可以用熟悉的内容去带动陌生的内容，用关系紧密的内容去带动对于旅行者而言还比较疏远的内容。那基于这个思路的话，我们分别对月亮和诺德卡莱开始了创作和拓展。在月亮的这个概念上面，原神里面其实已经存在了很多看似无关，但是其实高度相关的情报。就比如说李月的书籍《竹林月夜》，对吧？还有那本谈都不能谈的禁书《日月前世》，还有雪山鹤冠，还有奥西坎纳塔的壁画，甚至大家非常熟悉的月卡女神，以及在空月之歌这个网页活动里面我们揭露的预言，还有5.6版本前瞻节目里面给大家展示过的新版本的 logo。
那刚才这些已释出的内容，它其实共同反映了一个事实，那就是提瓦特曾经存在过3个月亮，他们在提瓦特世界格局形成之初的时候就已经存在了。那这也是为什么我们说这个月亮它是具备最原始、最纯粹的力量。那这股力量甚至比大家现在熟知的这个7元素力还要更早。那同时呢，也是因为月亮的力量。
Wait, the moon actually is the energy itself? No, element itself? The power of moon is the purest form of power. The primordial power of the moon. So the moon itself is an element?
月亮它是具备7元强大。那刚才我们讲到有各种势力，他们都会被这股力量牵引过来。那有的人是为了夺取它，那有的人可能是为了消灭它。那当然还会有各种各样其他的理由。那这些各自有不同目的的人，他们聚集在一起，那形成各种势力，那他们之间肯定会有一些冲突。那有的也可能会达成合作。不管是冲突还是合作，那将会构成旅行者在诺德卡莱冒险的一个很重要的部分。那这个作为故事主舞台的这个诺德卡莱，那也会成为旅行者们在新版本最值得期待的内容。
Just who will you meet in Not Krai?
我们在创作诺德卡莱的时候去思考过一个问题：当你到了一个陌生的城市旅行，你第一个想要见到的人是谁呢？大部分情况下是你的亲戚朋友，对吧？或者是非常熟悉的网友。
My guess is Paimon.
这个道理在诺德卡莱也是一样的。我们认为最能给旅行者带来安全感的，就是我们非常熟悉的七风骑士团的老朋友，哪怕是只闻其名的大团长法尔加。法尔加目前正在诺德卡莱。
So that's why they kind of teased Varka, but did not show. They did not talk about anything about Varka.
的5.6版本
I mean, just now in the version 5.6, damn.
那除了光是听到名字就让人很安心的角色，当然也有听到名字就让人很担心的角色存在。在纳塔的魔神任务的最后，马约卡跟我们提到过，预言中的某个据点就在诺德卡莱，他们在研究跟古月遗骸有关的情报。除此之外，好像还有几位执行官也都或明或暗地参与到了诺德卡莱这场巨大的阴谋当中。
当时马维卡他还提到了一些可以使用特殊力量的诺德卡莱的居民，那我们叫他双月之子。也许就是双月之子这个名词，它大家可能不太了解，它比较有距离感。那他们有一些特征其实很类似大家比较熟知的凯尔特神话。凯尔特神话
Are those deers? Holy shit, we're getting deers reference again. Holy shit, we're getting deers reference again, guys. We're seeing so many deers nowadays. Recently with Star Wars, we got to see another deers. with the you know, the PV, the deer just kind of stares into your souls. Remember that deer? I have a feeling we also saw like a few of them in Honkai Impacted, but that's probably a long time ago. They already had deer with Sealy, the Herschel of Rebirth, I think. But okay. So Genshin is finally getting our own deer again.
中有一个教派叫德鲁伊教派，那这个教派是崇尚自然的，他们把天体，也就是星星作为自己的神体。其实大家知道，月亮也是天体的一个。那在不久前的版本活动里面，我们也提到过，这些双月之子的教众他们是可以使用魔法的。那另外呢，这种对月亮进行崇拜的组织，那也不是到了罗德卡莱这个版本才第一次提及。那实际上在原神之前的内容里，比如1.2版本的龙脊雪山还有2.2版本的鹤冠岛，那其实都有这样的组织存在。那在最近的纳塔版本，其实有一些世界任务也提及了相关的信息。那其实也不难猜啊，就是双月之子是一个崇拜月亮的教派。那在这片土地上，他们的立场，就是尽其所能的去庇护月亮带来的一切。那这一点呢，就会跟前来抢夺这个月之力量的愚人众之间一定会发生冲突。
Wait, what is this?
在诺德卡莱本土还有其他的几个势力，福尼契商会、直登人以及狂猎。福尼契商会，顾名思义是一个从事商业活动的组织，他们的总部设置在一个叫做纳夏镇的城镇。
Nasha Town.
纳夏。
Oh, the concept of this looks very nice. It got that cyberpunk feel. No, it got this cyberpunk vibe, but at the same time, like happening inside of like a trash can or something. Like, you know, like a garbage truck. Like how to say? You know, garbage piles, like a garbage site where you collect all of the dumps in there, and then somehow there's a civilization inside of it, and then they started to, you know, develop technologies through all of these trashes, and bam, this place looks just like that. And I like the idea of that. Whose hand is that? Wait, which hand? Oh, this hand? I don't know, it's a weird hand. Could be your hand, you guys' hand. I don't know, whichever you guys.
旅行者也会在这里
If you're suddenly missing a hand, yeah, this is your hand.
那其中有一个叫做密文馆的独立机构是最为特殊的，他们会接受委托处理一些难以解决或者只能隐秘解决的问题。OK， 那直登人和狂猎呢，又是另一个故事了。他们也是彼此存在冲突的势力。罗德卡莱之所以I
have a feeling that the Wild Hunt is going to have something to do with the pop of Hunt in HSR.
这里是处在提瓦特
Maybe not direct connection, but it's going to be somewhat similar.
灾变发生之后，这里也是第一批受到深渊侵蚀的区域。这里存在的深渊势力其实是非常强大的，以至于形成了一种名为狂猎的深渊灾害。狂猎这个势力或者说这个名词啊，来自于北欧的民间神话，是它的意思是说一群幽灵或者说超自然生物组成的一个大军，无止境的在野外去追逐猎物。狂猎的成员可能是精灵、仙女，甚至是死者。而在原神里呢，狂猎是一群幽魂大军。狂猎的灾害的开始，往往是以旅行者们已经见过的狂。
They look like those ghosts that we see inside of the Night Kingdom. You guys remember in the Night Kingdom, when you need to like follow the ghosts, to prevent getting shot to death. Yeah, this guy that shot you to death. They look exactly the same as that the ghost, the purple ghost that shoot you to death. So does that mean the people of the Night Kingdom is actually the people from the Wild Hunt? Or are they not connected at all? Which one?
狂猎的灾害的开始，往往是以旅行者们已经见过的深渊魔物，也就是兽径猎犬作为先锋。随后这个幽魂大军会无情的抹消掉他们途经所遇到的一切存在。
哇哦！正是因为诺德卡莱有狂烈肆虐啊，所以他也驻扎着一个自古以来专门对抗狂烈的组织。那他们被称作直登人。那这个词也不是我们第一次提及啊，在5.5版本我们新推出了一套圣遗物，这个圣遗物的故事，讲述的就是这个组织的一些事迹。
Wait, Lightkeeper's Pledge. Hang on, this is actually apart from the finale of the Deep. Wait, you mean the set that nobody can use? It has such a lore? I haven't read the lore, so like I have no idea what this is talking about, but it has something to do with the Lightkeepers? Oh damn. All I know about this Lightkeepers is kind of like it's kind of similar to that the story that we have with Mini Durin back in the that little time limited event where you guys remember Mini Durin? We still haven't seen Mini Durins ever since then, and Wanderer also never made his appearance yet in the story. But like a lot of the story back in that event kind of feels like it has some kind of like a connection to what is happening in Natlan. We haven't reached the end of it so far in the Archon quest, but soon we're going to get to this Lightkeeper part, I feel, because you guys remember the last part where you need to hang the light on top of the light tower so that they can guide the travelers back to the place or something like that. I feel like that light towers right there is actually equivalent to this Lightkeepers you know, the light tower they are protecting or something like that. Yeah, they're probably protecting light towers, right? I have no idea.
简单理解的话，他们就有点像是守卫在诺德卡莱附近的边防战士，是一支纪律很严密的兵团。那讲到这里，我们其实已经介绍了有双叶之子、有愚人众、有弗尼契商会、有直登人，还有狂烈。那再加上之前情报当中提及过的，还有其他的活跃在诺德卡莱这片土地上的势力啊。那我想就是旅行者应该可以意识到，就是我们所说的这个千头万绪的这个线头也好啊，包括刚才画布式的这个叙事也好，其实也不是我们随随便便打的比方。那要把这些不同来历不同个性的势力融合到《空月之歌》这个大版本的故事和世界当中，其实是个非常非常庞大细致的工程。
Are there any real-world archetypes that can encompass the design of this region?
很遗憾，没有。绝对的讲啊，没有。会有一些环波罗的海的自然风貌，但是人文啊，完全是架空的。不过讲真啊，这个对于我们来说其实是一个挑战。这个是不用文明作为主题，而是以人作为主题带来的挑战。在这种情况下，比起传统的做法，观察文明。
Yeah, if they're using civilization instead of people, then they already have a lot of prototypes that they can use, like Honkai Impact. The whole Honkai Impact plot is all about civilization. Civilization destroyed, whole civilization getting rebuilt, and then they fight for what is beautiful. And then after we're done with all of that, we're now in contact with the Mars civilization. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that when it comes to civilization, they already have the blueprints for the story, like how to connect all of the dots, because they already did it with Honkai Impact 3. But since this time the focus is not civilization but the people itself, then yeah, I guess they have no blueprint for it. Good luck with that.
好说
Good luck trying out new stuff.
舞台上出现的是这些人，由他们构成的文明会变成什么样子？又具备哪些要素？换句话说，就是从内容为文明服务到为人服务的转变。
Oh, so this is how they create NPC 啊！
变化对于我们的创作来说是尤为重要。最终我们想要达到的效果跟
Fire people. They have fire people. I like the design of this. I have a feeling this is not the design of the NPC or for the Wild Hunt, I believe. But damn, fire people. Like Ghost Rider, I like.
几年前美术表达的终极目标其实是一致的。我们希望无论是谁去到诺德卡莱，都能找到属于自己这段旅程的自由与乐趣。
你硬要问这些表达当中有没有现实原型，那当然是有的了。那 对吧？那大家都知道，艺术创作它从来不可能完全脱离现实。那就比如说，大家谈到北欧，那北欧一定会有一个特殊的地貌，就是峡湾，啊，对吧？那有的旅行者可能在现实当中，在挪威、在冰岛这些国家，我们亲自见过，这种壮观的景色。那还有一些旅行者，他可能是在一些经典的游戏作品里面他见过，比如说像
Okay. Now that he's mentioning about this, I just want to point out real quick that you guys know how sometimes when you're scrolling through social media, you're going to see there are some people complaining. No, not complaining, but more like calling people out for like copying another game or something like that. But just want to quickly point out that most of the time that copying is not actually copying. I mean, like sure they are copying, but like they are like a lot of the time they are just referencing, and you need to know the difference because copying is like literally sketching on top of it. Like, yeah, that's why I feel like it's copying. If you are just referencing it, you know, like referencing the pose and stuff, then I feel like that should not be illegal. Because, like, you need to know, if you want something to be completely original, then you need to completely stay away from human form. Because as of this current age, what other pose has been not seen from a human anyway? You know, like peace sign or like I don't know, man, the heart sign using your thumb and your index finger, and then I don't know, like all of that poses that you have ever seen somewhere, anywhere. Maybe you post it yourself, maybe your others post them, and like yeah, sometimes people complains about this game copying the other characters' promotional materials, saying that the pose is exactly the same or something like that. But like I don't know, man. I don't think that's how it works, because like that should not be copying. I mean, like sure they may be copying the pose, but like the other stuff is not. So it should be fine. I do think that it should be fine. But the way that a lot of people is actually hating on that is kind of funny to me. Because like, if you don't want the pose to be the same, then like what do you expect the developers to do? You want the developers to like create a completely new creature that has never been seen or heard or talked about even in the mythology or something? That's kind of impossible. Like sure it's possible, but like the chances of that actually happening is 0.00000%, even less than the pi. So like I don't know what you all haters are expecting, but like I feel like you all need to chill down and think, just think for a little bit. What kind of original pose do you expect to see? Yeah, that's it. I just want to say that real quick. So anyway.
早期的一些作品啊，比如说《魔兽世界》它曾经有过一个地区叫豪风峡湾，还有巫师三，对吧？这个可能大家耳熟能详了。它有一个地区叫史凯利杰群岛，对吧？那在《原神》当中，有一点不一样的是啊，《原神》它是一个基于卡通渲染和手绘风格的作品。那在这样一个表达底下，这种地貌应该怎么呈现？那这件事情也是我们曾经没有做过的事情。虽然它没做过虽然它很难，对吧？但是它非常有价值。
再比如刚才提到的双月之子和鱼人众的冲突。这个概念在美术层面的表达其实是自然和人工的碰撞和冲突，具有原始气息、浑然天成的景色，如何与富有雕琢感和科技感的内容去共存呢？这样的理念并非没有先例啊，地平线、异度之刃、最终幻想7，我们也是这些优秀作品的粉丝，也熟知他们的表达手法，但提瓦特有自己的表达。原神的设计必须要建立在原神自己的设定要素上，比如说到神力，说到提瓦特的标志，那就不得不提到遍布各国的7点神像，对吧？在诺卡莱也有当地居民根据对于月神的信仰。
This looks like some kind of new mechanism. Wait, it's big. Is this like a weather changing mechanism? It just feels very cool though. I kind of like the design.
建立的这个
Whenever something can transform, it just feels so nice.
诺卡莱在提瓦特原始力量上的争夺，是否可以具象化为对神像的干预呢？我们其实可以尝试通过神像的外观变化来体现两股势力相互对抗的地方生态。
刚才我们也提到一个问题，就是 创作者和玩家之间是会存在一些信息差的。那消解创作者和玩家之间的信息差，就是我们经常面临的一个挑战。比如我举个例子，就是提瓦特的科技水平问题。很多旅行者他其实基于早年接触原神的印象，他认为，提瓦特是一个比较落后的，大概15世纪左右的奇幻世界。那其实我们随着
You know what's so funny about this? Everyone that has been complaining about Natlan with the recent release of the characters like Silonen with the DJ set and Mavuika and the bike. You guys know how a lot of people have been complaining about the design for these characters because like it doesn't fit the aesthetic of the world. And yeah, I believe I have mentioned this before and I'll say it again. I feel like honestly the design of it, I feel like it's not really like out of place because if you actually think about it though, it can be made sense. It's just that they haven't explained about it at all. Because like they had like a whole civilization getting destroyed before that has a higher and more advanced technology, namely the dragon civilization. And then the Dragon Age, I think they call that. And then there's also the Kandria, which is like 500 years ago, I think. So like there's already 2 examples of like a better civilization. And then this is kind of like, sure they are going like undergoing some rebuild. So right now in this current state, this current timeline of Genshin, it's kind of feels like doesn't make sense. But if you think about it, Mavuika came from 500 years ago, and from what I remember, Mavuika has the setting of like going through the Kandria. No wait, has she actually experienced the Kandria fallen phase? Because like if she was there when Kandria has fallen, then that probably means that the 500 years ago that time, she already have a certain knowledge. As in like you know, already have a certain amount of knowledge which is allowing her to make a blueprint of the bike, and then all she needs is just pass that blueprint to Silonen, and then Silonen can create that blueprint for her, and that's all. That's really all. But yet everyone is just kind of complaining about the bike aesthetic and all of that just doesn't fit with the you know, Genshin's world design and all of that. Like, I mean, yeah, sure, they have a little bit of point, but like, I do think that because the game is still not yet complete, so they should not have been judging too fast. So, yeah, I don't know, man. The way that they are pointing out this right now, that the technology of the world is actually not as not as bad. It's kind of funny to me. All right. Anyway, yeah, let's move back. What was he talking about again?
它是一个比较落后的，大概15世纪左右的奇幻世界。那其实我们随着这5年多的内容更新，我们有陆陆续续的给玩家展示提瓦特这个世界不同的侧面。比如在纳塔这个版本，我们有很多远超人类文明的古龙科技。就是比如前几年每一个国家，它都会有一些组织，比如教令院，比如愚人众，比如枫丹科学院，那他们也是一直在尝试挑战尖端的科技。所以接下来在这个有很多个势力融合的诺德卡莱，是自然会出现比其他地方高得多的科技造物和一些独特的风景的。虽然我们是认为这些内容的铺垫时间已经足够长了吧，涵盖的内容面也比较丰富。但是具体的在某个特定的位置呈现它们的时候，不可避免的还是会让一些旅行者觉得比较突兀。那持续的如何解决这个信息差的问题，如何去消解它，其实对我们来说也算是一个难题。
Yeah, true. That is like the major challenge. I mean, just look at all those.
原神的未来呀，我觉得未来这个词有点大。其实我以前经常提一个词叫做进化。进化这个词说起来很容易啊，它不是一件很容易的事。 就是你一个人、一个组织、一个产品，你想进化，你需要不断的去对自己发问，你要逼着自己去做出一些改变。比如去年我记得2024年的时候，大伟哥有说过一句话，叫做“原神除了对旅行者的陪伴以外，一切皆可改变”。那可能当时大家会觉得这是一句客套话，但其实对我们来说，就是你要去做出一些改变，不是一个随口说说的这种口号。我举个例子啊，可能没跟大家聊过这个事情，就是去年年底的时候，我们跟着公司的代表团。去日本东京参加了索尼的一个30周年的庆祝晚会啊。那在那一晚呢，我们其实是跟很多业界的前辈交流过。那比如说From Software 公司的社长宫崎英高先生
，From Soft，
还有史克威尔艾尼克斯最终幻想7重制版3部曲的制作人滨口直树先生，还有当年在最困难的时候支持过我们的吉田修平先生，等等，见过很多很多的前辈。那我们跟他们也聊到了一些关于游戏的创作出发点。也聊到了包括还有开放世界的设计要素，也聊到了这些作品我们怎么去和下一世代的玩家产生共情。我们聊了很多很多这样的话题。那我当时就在想，我说原神到今天已经走过了5年多。
Wait, it's been 5 years.
这些作品在过去的30年里，他们陪伴了我们30年。那原神也好，这些作品也好，其实我们都在被现在这个时代挑战。我们都必须去思考我们怎么去改变自己。那和这些前辈讨论这些话题啊，我当然是很兴奋的了，就也很荣幸嘛。但是回来的路上我就一直在问我自己，就是我们是不是真的做到了皆可改变呢？
Not everything. Before everything else, there's one thing you can change. Overthrowing resin, please, or at least please raise the amount of condensed resin that we can hold, please. Yeah, just these two. I only ask for these two. This is the only 2 changes that I feel like we should do. Like, it should be done a long time ago. So, like, yeah, aside from these 2, the rest of it you can go, wow, I don't really care, but just make sure that these 2 changes happen someday in the future, like as soon as possible, please. Yeah, there's still changes. If you want to change, just change that too. That too is very important. Okay, anyway.
是不是真的什么都可以做到呢？那我觉得很显然，我们可以去做的事情还有非常非常非常多。
有什么内容是只有原神可以做的？有什么新的尝试是只有原神的团队才有可能想到的？我们一直在探索这样的可能性，但是往往阻碍我们探索的都是一些陈旧、具有惯性的思维镣铐。那比如说，大世界不能放角色，为什么？前几年用户的设备性能不够，那现在够不够呢？够的话就放呗。所以说这个就是有意旅文，就是我们前段时间可以在大世界偶遇角色的这个活动。
Wait, this is actually interesting. I didn't know that the reason why they didn't place the characters into the open world back in those days is because that there's some technical limitation. There was technical limitation back then, so they did not do that. Oh, that's actually the reason? I thought they don't include it because just because they feel like there's no need to do so. Wow, that's actually good to know.
任务的设计一定要固化在传统的模式里吗？当然不是，对吧？只要故事讲得好，只要角色塑造得当，只要玩家看得爽，后日谈、活动剧情、世界任务，有什么样的形式是不能做的呢？所以在《空月之歌》的版本前期，我们先尝试用超规格的主线承担了角色们的主要塑造工作，而原本的那种祖宗之法不可变的传说任务、邀约任务的内容，我们尝试用更加润物细无声的做法，自然地融入到这个世界的探索和交互里，用内容去替代台词，用反馈去替代叙事，把体验做活、做宽，做到更加生动。
你比如说，直登人跟狂猎，对吧？他们是对手，那对手之间会不会有一些特殊的互动？比如刚才讲纳夏镇的灭文馆，那灭文馆说对情报收集的工作很有一套，那这个情报收集工作有没有办法从可玩的内容里 去呈现他们对情报的这种掌控力。那还比如说双月之子，它跟月亮之间有很深的关系，那这种联系能不能跳出阅读物这样一个限制，变成一个体验，一个实实在在存在的东西？那我觉得就是原神这个团队到今天为止，我认为是有能力把我们刚才说的这些构想，以一个符合我们预期的品质，把它踏实落地的。那我觉得原神这个团队最大的优势，从来就是能够调用这一切的资源，来呈现我们内容的，我们的小伙伴们，当然还有一起陪伴我们这么多年来一直信任我们，愿意跟我们一起进步，愿意跟我们一起成长的每一位玩家。
就和诺德卡莱的设计思路是一样的，人才是永恒的主题，人才是前进的原动力。只要我们团队的小伙伴还在坚持做好的东西，做难的东西，做别人没有做过的东西，那这个优势就不会轻易的丧失掉。这就是原神以及整个米哈游所坚持的 something new, something exciting, something out of imagination。我们有信心，也必然可以在未来持续给玩家带来新的惊喜。
You know, I know that this is touching and all, but something that has never been done before. When he said that, I'm reminded of the next event we are going to get, which is the Clash of Clan event, and then all of that gameplay that we have seen somewhere before just getting added into the game. That kind of makes it kind of funny. Yeah, I totally have never seen that before. As in the implementation of a mini game that we have seen somewhere before inside of a base game that has nothing to do with those kind of games. Yeah, I mean, I do like those kind of additions, but like it's just kind of funny because like you did see that before. Oh, a quick code, guys. Not Krai 0910. Oh, this one still haven't expired. Make sure to redeem it. Valid until tomorrow. Oh, not for long, huh? Eh? Okay, there's nothing else around the back, just listen to the music, I guess. Okay, overall though, I would say that this is this behind the scene doesn't really reveal much aside from like you know, literally just behind the scene talk about how they design all of this you know, the not cry stuff. And I would say that this is a pretty good explanation. I like how they are actually explaining something about the, you know, the development side of the developer side of this, and also address some of the issues like how there's like this communication between creators and also the players, and yeah, all that issues. Yeah, this is actually pretty informative. I kind of like that. It's just that, well, I was kind of expecting them to drop a little bit more of the lore aside from just the faction, but I guess the faction part is also pretty interesting. Yeah, the way they talked about all of this new faction that, like, I feel like majority of it I have never even heard of them, like the Wild Hunt, which is first revealed. Oh yeah, I like the design of the Wild Hunt. The fire guy is so cool. I like the fire guy, man. They kind of look like the design of, what is that? Not Cry? Wait, hang on. Can I find that here? Where is that again? Ah, this one.
那这个思路的变化对于我们的创作来说是尤为重要。
Yeah, you see this? They kind of look like the Fatui's uniform a little bit. And then they have all of these flames and stuff going on. So what it feels like is that the wild hunts consist of the people from Fatui or something, and then they kind of got corrupted and become this the faction of wild hunts, something like that. I'm pretty sure that I'm wrong here, but they give me this kind of vibe, and I kind of like it. Like it's kind of like this whole faction consists of fallen people from like all of the other factions, and then they just kind of like go wild and crazy and all that. I really like a lot of the concept here that they have been touching on about, which is very cool. Overall, I would say this is actually a very good video. So yeah, give it a check and like, I don't know, tell me what you guys feel about it. I guess I'm kind of curious what you guys think about it. Like, are you guys excited with Not Cry, and like do you guys actually like what they have been talking about on like the this developers perspective and all that? I'm pretty sure that there are some of you guys who is going to think that this is just loads of bullshit and all that. But I do think that what they are saying is actually legit, and it does make sense, because like changing and all that is really hard. Although I do think that it's not very hard for them to just change the artifact system so that, you know, overflowing resin and the condensed resin thingy. Yeah, I only ask for these two. I will only ask for these two for now. These two is the changes that we need the most right now. So aside from these two, I feel like I'm probably very fine with the rest of the changes that they are doing with the game so far. At least none of them is really like triggering me that much yet. I don't know what changes they are going to bring into the game in the future, so we'll see for that. But yeah, anyway, overall this is very interesting. I like this. Okay, but with that we are done with the reaction. So yeah, what now? Yeah, what now, guys? Where's that again? Okay. So with that we have done watching the you know the stuff. So yeah, I guess that's all for now. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction, and yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section if you're watching through YouTube. Yeah, I'm curious what you guys are thinking about all of this. With Not Cry, with the next version, there's a lot of things going on. I would say that I am not disappointed. No, most of the part I am very excited for. If there's anything that I feel a little bit like I won't say disappointed, but more like a little bit surprising, is that there's no new region in the next version. Yeah, they actually managed to sidetrack us with all of the reviews about the events, the new characters, the story, lore drop, all of that. But yeah, that actually take away my attention, and I forgot that we have not seen any new region at all. But there is mention of 2 new bosses, so maybe we will still get like a small little new area somewhere around. But who knows? We'll see for that one. But yeah, anyway, overall I'm very excited, and I'm waiting for the next version 5.6 to come. Right now in Genshin, there's really nothing much to do for me. Like, there's still the exploration else to left to do. I think I still need like about 20% in the new map to get the 400 Primo Gems. We still have like about 30 something days, so I'm still kind of chilling with that. So yeah, I don't know when I'm going to like clear that 80% of exploration. Have you guys done the exploration? Don't know what else. Yeah, it's okay. I also don't know what else now. So do you guys want to chat about talk about Genshin or like anything else? I'm just going to keep talking about yapping about all this, but when I'm done, I think I'm just going to end it lah. But this not cry though, something that I don't really quite understand about this not cry version is that they mentioned something about this is going to happen at 5.8 for not cry. So basically we will get not cry at version 5.8, and the version title is going to call Song of Welkin Moon. Oh yeah, that reminds me, the Song of Welkin Moon. Okay, wait. Actually, we're not done. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. That reminds me. I said I wanted to check out the web event. If I'm not wrong, there should be like a new area unlocked in this web event now. So let's give it a check. Is there music here? Oh, this is loud. Okay, this is loud. Is the volume alright? I hope it's not too loud or anything. Okay. It's kind of sad that every time when you open up any of these like games, you know, their web events, and then the sound just going to explode inside your ear if you have your volume set to 100. I always have my volume set to 100 for the sake of like, you know, changing the volume in my OBS and stuff. But it's kind of inconvenient, like sometimes when the sound just explodes in your ears, like fuck man, that's loud. Okay, the volume seems about right, I think. Okay. So the first part of this web event, they actually revealed about the Trinity Moon Goddess, right? And then there's like 3 dots here. Those who follow tides still sing and praise for the new moon to set to rise. Do we need to go through all this again? I have already seen all of them. So I'm just going to click on them and you guys can look at this for yourself, or like if you want to play it yourself, maybe I'll leave a link somewhere. Iridescent Sea. The Frost Moon. I wonder if this Frost Moon is the one that has something to do with Snezhnaya. And then there's Eternal Moon. This one fell. The heavens and earth were thrown into chaos. You know, these waves actually reminds me so much of the incident that happened in Fontaine. Just that Fontaine is a little bit too high that it doesn't feel very realistic. Yeah, I still don't understand how the flood happened in the Fontaine Archon quest, because like the land, you know, the flood that happens on Fontaine is a little bit too high. We should be able to cover up the whole world, the whole nation, but when you visit the whole nation, nobody even know that the place has been flooded. It was kind of dumb. Okay, and then this is the part that they reveal with all the factions. I don't think I'm going to go through all of these factions here right now. Hazen Zeko, the Wild Hunt, Bavonius Knight, and then there's Voynich, Treasure Hoarders. Oh yeah, these Treasure Hoarders, I'm actually kind of surprised to see that the Treasure Hoarders is actually here. Because I didn't know the Treasure Hoarders are actually very important. They actually had a lore of Reed Miller, the legendary thief. I didn't know there's a legendary thief all this time. Because all of this time I thought that Treasure Hoarder is just a bunch of thieves that is there for you to bully. I thought that their whole existence is just meant for you to bully them in the game. But seems like I'm wrong, they actually have some kind of lore inside. And it's quite important in Not Cry. This is really surprising to me. Slowland Fae, Adventurers Guild, Kling Clang Clumking, Kramkaki Craft Shop. This one I have no idea. Probably some food store. And then Fachui. Crush Moon Science, the one that we saw back in the Not Cry just now. And then the Light Keeper, and that is everything. And then I remember the next one is a review of the world. And that is where it ended last time with the update. So now that we have get the release. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess we are not ready. We still have to wait for the next version probably. Oh damn! I thought that after we have seen the behind the scene thing, they are going to release a new update for this page, but it seems I'm wrong. So I guess we have to wait for the last page. Like yeah, I have no idea what this review is going to be about. So I guess we'll wait for now. I guess. Yeah. I guess we wait. Okay. I guess yeah, nothing else to talk about. We're done. Okay, now we're done. Now what? Yeah, now what? Not Cry is so strange, man. The way they try so hard to tease the region, but this version is going to come in like another 2 months. I think it's like somewhere around like another 2 months. Version 5.8, since the next version is going to be 5.6, and then like one more version, and then we will reach Not Cry. So yeah, it's still very far ahead. So like, I don't know, man. The way they're trying to tease so hard about Not Cry is really, I don't know, man. It better be good. At this point, you know, I just hope that Not Cry is going to be a very good update. And that's all I pray for now. So yeah. Anyway, I feel like I'm done yapping, so maybe I should call it a day now. Oh, very interesting though. I like all of these reviews that we have seen so far with the 5.6 special program, and also this Not Cry's developers talk, kinda. I am disappointed with a little bit of those the update, because like we are not getting the condensed resin and also the resin overflow update yet. I really feel like they need to update this as soon as possible, man. They need to make this change. If you say that this game everything can change aside from the companionship with the traveler, then come on, make this a thing. Just increase the resin cap, man. That's all I ever asked for. Alright. So yeah. Anyway, that's it for now, I guess. I feel like you guys don't really want to chat, so I think I'm just going to call it a day here. Alright. So thank you guys for watching today. I hope my reaction was something for you guys. I hope it was informative or whatever, however you perceive it. So as long as you have your time, as long as you enjoyed it here, I think that's good. Love you all. And again, I'm a little bit sorry. Yeah, let me just apologize. I know you guys probably don't care about it, because it doesn't really matter much, but let me just apologize, because like today we are supposed to be doing Star Rails, like I mentioned, but I just can't wait to watch this, so I just kind of like postpone it to next time. I haven't decided on when we are going to do the Star Rails thingy, so it can be this Sunday or it can be next week. So when I've decided, I'll let you guys know, okay? So that's all for now, and thank you guys for watching. Otsukawa. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Tomorrow there will be a stream for Kingdom Hearts, and we will be grinding. Okay, tomorrow is Kingdom Hearts grind stream, where we will be grinding for the Ultima weapon. Yes, I made up my mind. Before we go on to the final boss, I am going to do a little bit of grinding, but just grinding blindly kind of feels like there's nothing. It's not very fun. So I tried to do a little bit of research. I even made a checklist for things that I need to collect for the Ultima weapon, which is like, I heard that is like the the strongest weapon in Kingdom Hearts 1. So yeah, tomorrow will be a grind for that. So let's pray for the best. Okay. But for now, thank you guys, and I'll see you guys again in the next one. Okay, so if you guys would like to hang out, feel free to drop by tomorrow. Hope to see you soon. Good night. Thank you guys for watching so far. I hope it's entertaining for you guys. Wait. Subtitles say that. The caption say that. I just said the whole wheel engineer. What the fuck was that? But yeah, I hope that was entertaining for you all. So yeah, if you are entertained from all of that, then good for you. Good for you. I think if you got entertained from all of my dumb content, then I probably appreciate you more than ever. So drop by and say hi every once in a while if you like lurking. I mean, I don't mind you lurking, but sometimes I do get lonely when nobody is chatting here. So yeah, please chat more. Thank you. I'll see you guys again soon. Bye bye. Okay now, bye for real now. Bye for real now. See you guys again. All right. Good night. Take care, everyone. Remember to take care of yourself. All right. Go drink, go eat, go do everything you need, like fab or whatever. And make sure you have fun while doing so. Until then, goodbye. Ow. Ow, my teeth. Okay, goodbye. Good night, everyone. Sorry today is short stream,